Live from West Beach, it's Saturday night. Live from West Beach, it's Saturday night. Baseball fans of Australia, baseball fans around the world, welcome to Dye-Colour Australia Stadium here in beautiful South Australia. My name is Jared Hoare and I'm delighted to welcome you to Game 2 of Baseball SA's Div 1 Final Series. Today we have our Sturt Saints playing against the Henley and Grange Rams. Those that watched the broadcast yesterday will know Sturt are up 1-0 in this best of 3 series. Beautiful night here in West Beach. The wind's starting to pick up a little bit, but I'm delighted to be joined by two veterans of the Baseball SA world. On my right, we have Tony Catt. Good evening, Tony.
Hey, Jared. How are you?
Pretty excited.
Yes, it's going to be a fun night. It's always cold down here, so I got the jacket on early and looking forward to a very good game of baseball because last night was very good as well. So hopefully we can see a repeat. Definitely.
And of course, Tony Catt is the previous president of Baseball SA. So we'll be looking out for his great insights the game tonight. To Tony's right, we have the chairman of Baseball SA's Umpires Association. So the chairman of Umpires Association here in SA, Paul Vanderkoff. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Great to be here. And you've got to say, this is shaping up to be a cracker of a game. Henley and Grange is going to have to throw everything at it to try and force Game 3.
Definitely. As the sun sets beautifully behind you there, Paul. So nice and relaxed. Looking forward to your, obviously, insights, especially from the umpiring background. So first we'll go through the Henley and Grange Rams lineup today. So on the mound, we have number 12, Wilson Lee. Behind the plate, number 99, catching, Jet Closey. On first base, number 49, Lou Helmig. Second base, number 16, Jordan Hodges. At third, number 65, Liam Bull. Shortstop, number 6, Koki Yonezawa. Or for our Japanese listeners, Yonezawa Koki-san. At left field, we have number 1, Phil Acosta. Centre field, number 24, Jack Partington. And right field, number 4, Pat Inglis, which I believe is the change for today's game. The designated hitter is number 12, the same number as the gentleman on the mound. So Wilson Lee will be our two-way player, channeling a bit of Ortani this evening. Our batting lineup for Sturt, as we bring it down, we have number 8 will be leading off here, Harry Kanaki. Great crowd, great atmosphere here today, and lots of excitement all around the ground there, Tony. There's softball, there's baseball, a real buzz around the ground.
Yeah, there absolutely. It's the game before. West Torrens just had a good win in the Div 2 game and didn't witness a little rumble. There was a rumble in the Div 2 game, I did notice. So there might be a few blokes with a bit to answer for in that game. But no, you're right. There's a buzz around. The balloons are out. Streamers are out. And as you say, Paul, Henley, it's, I reckon, is this 3 in a row grand finals for them? I can't remember if it's 3 or 4. I was trying to think this on the way down here.
3 out of 4, I think.
Yeah. So, they'll be looking to make a difference. And, got the little subplot of Wilson Lee against his old side, the Saints. So,
and, of course, you've got a strong connection with the Sturt Saints there.
I'll try to remain unbiased all night.
I can see we've got the banner up there.
Got the light blue socks on as well, do you, mate?
Just and underwear, under light blue underwear. So.
Paul, I'm pretty sure he's got an I Love Geordie McCarthy t-shirt on. He just hasn't revealed it yet. So there we go. But the scene is set for a great game 2 here at West Beach. Gentlemen, let's watch some baseball.
Absolutely.
And of course, thank you for joining us here on the Spacequake Sports YouTube channel. We'll be streaming the entire game. First one taken for a ball. Beautiful set here. Now, of course, those not aware of West Beach, very close to the beach, as the name suggests. So the breeze does blow across as right down the middle there. Wilson starting to lock in. Gets a piece of that, sends it foul to the right. Now, Paul, I'm not sure if you know off the cuff, but we've obviously got 4 umpires out there tonight.
Yes, we do have 4 umpires for this Div 1 Grand Final Series. At home plate, Blake Halligan calling balls and strikes. At third base is Andrew Bell. He was on the plate last night. Second base is Jack Treadray. First base is Neil Poulton. And if there's a game 3 required, he'll be doing the plate tomorrow afternoon. That one just goes foul.
I did see, Paul, that Mr. Revel, the umpire of the year, I think he was named on Wednesday night. He's down in Mount Gambier.
He is. He enjoys travelling down there, working with our country colleague Chris Keeping,
right,
who is from Narracourt and now living down in Mount Gambier. So he gets sort of the invite to go down and stay with Chris, catch up with him, do a few games over the weekend with him, which is always enjoyable. So, sad to not have him here this weekend, but I know he's having a great time down there. And hello to Jenny, who is no doubt critiquing us as we speak.
Speaking of critiquing, shout out to Mr. Eric Bolner, the sensei of Voice of Australian Baseball. Actually, he's busy on softball duties, which we might hear in the background, but big shout out to the passionate community as one's hit to third. And he'll make it to first. So yesterday we were chatting, I had John and Kim here. Now, a lot of these players haven't played on this field. Is that kind of coming into play, do you think, there, Tony?
Yeah, it definitely does. I mean, that just caught the lip there a little bit and took a bit of an interesting bounce. But it's even the whole concept of playing under lights. So these guys would not have played under lights all season. It is a bit of an advantage probably for some of the Giants boys like Geordie, and they're very familiar with the ground. But, yeah, it definitely makes a difference. And it feels like the balls come on you a little bit quicker. It's just harder to get a read.
In there for a strike.
And I think further to the comments about the ground, I mean, this is the 4th game today on this diamond. So, I mean, the grounds crew, all the volunteers and even the office staff, and I've seen Neil as president and James as GM out there between games, raking, hosing, doing whatever they can. But the fact of the matter is, it's the 4th game on this diamond, so it's got a bit of wear and tear. And as much as they can smooth it out, there are still some little divots here and there that just happen during the day.
It's actually interesting, given how bad the rainfall has been this year. I think the ground's looking pretty great.
I hate to look at the water bill.
Yes, did see your putter you've got behind you there, Tony. It's just about puttable. And a big shout out, of course, to all the volunteers, the great baseball community here in South Australia, projecting this beautiful game right out into the world, and really exciting time to be a baseball fan here in Australia. And today's news.
Tampa Bay,
Mr. Curtis Mead has made the starting roster, so very exciting for baseball here in South Australia as one sent up.
That wind's going to be interesting.
Nice solid play there from Liam Ball. That'll calm the nerves a bit. As you said, Tony, it really does swirl a bit around.
Yeah, it's fine. And also even just trying to play outfield when you look up, and again, it's just getting used to catching balls at that height into the lights, and it's a very different field to play. And the wind is a bit, normally the wind blows in the other way, but it seems to be blowing out the right field tonight. So
I used to look at the flags to see which direction, but I can't remember who told me, but the planes, when they take off, have a look the opposite direction. So obviously the Adelaide Airport, very close to Dicolour Australia Stadium here, and of course airplanes taking off into the wind.
Yes.
So
that is a good signal.
Yes. Keep an eye out for that. 1-0 is the count. Left-handed Wilson Lee on the mound for Henley Grange Rams. Big swing there.
It was interesting last night, this sort of core part of Sturt's lineup didn't quite get their things going, but it was the bottom half that seemed to get. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out tonight.
And of course, it was a really close game early on yesterday. Just that one innings, bit of a blowout, but great pitching duel nonetheless. 2 and 1 there. The count to Terrell Joyce, Mr. T, I believe he goes by.
Yes.
No, that's your nickname as well, is it, Tony?
No, I'm TC. He's Mr. T.
Sent foul. Possibly a souvenir for the fans. Possibly back.
No, I should bring it back. This is not one of those AVL professional games where the balls are proudly brought to you by SA Power Networks. This is a club ball still, so kids, if you're watching the stream while you're in the stands, bring those balls back for us, would you?
I'll get Paul to sign one for you first. Big swing.
He's relied a bit on the off-speed stuff early. Slider change up there. He's
that's going to bring to the plate the captain, Geordie McArdle. Funny not to hear any Hilltop Hoods pumping, but of course very popular with all the young fans. I'm sure he'd be an icon at the Sturt Baseball Club.
Yeah, he's much loved, much loved. The McArdle name runs very deep through the Sturt club.
Up high for a ball.
I think yesterday's game, really, the scoreline didn't reflect the closeness of the game. You take out that 1 or 2 innings, a couple of plays here and there, and it was actually neck and neck. So hopefully this will be a good contest tonight.
Fouled off there. Yeah, definitely had something for everyone yesterday. So some very excited fans and good crowd. A lot staying around. Obviously a couple of games here already today, but looks like a lot of hanging around, lots of food and drink on offer. So we're in for a great night of baseball here at Dicolour Australia Stadium. Takes that one for a strike as well.
Already got my dinner sorted, sausage and bread from the women's baseball down there. They've had a good day apparently down there, raising a bit of money with selling hamburgers and sausages. Well done to them for raising a bit of money.
Definitely. And a lot of proceeds going back to the clubs. Really grassroots sort of work. Hopefully those onions under the sausage, obviously avoiding that slip hazard.
Actually, there was no onions when I went up there before, so it was a bit disappointing. I did let Mr. Davis know what I thought of that.
Just goes to show it's been a good day for them. They've sold out. Who doesn't love a bit of onions and bread?
It's the Australian way. 2 and 2 the count. Runner at second. Up high, that'll bring the count to full. So top of the first. 2 out, full count. Now, I think it was John yesterday was mentioning that Geordie seems to get walked a fair bit. He's a hard batter to pitch to.
Yeah, he is. And because he hits very well the opposite way, and so he can cover the outside part of the plate. And pitchers just get nervous around him. He's that sort of hitter. He's very dangerous, and they try to be too fine, and he can walk. Very good pitch.
This time, Lee does get in with a great pitch there. That will end the top of the first. Still nothing on the scoreboard. Still top of the first. We're going to come back. Sturt Saints will be up to bat next, so stay right there on this YouTube stream. Thanks to Space Quake Sports. Back here at Dicolour Australia Stadium, Game 2 in this Div 1 Men's Final Series. Baseball SA. We have the Sturt Saints versus Henley Grange Rams. Up to bat, leading off, we have Jack Partington for the Rams. On the mound, number 16, Damon Arnold for the Sturt Saints. Catching Matt Macbeth. At first, number 11, Simon Bormer. Shows bunt.
Oh.
Over the top. It's going to round first. The throw's coming in. There will be a play at second. There will not be a play. Stand up second. First pitch for Henley and Grange. They've come out determined by the look of things.
They're looking to manufacture whatever they can, I think.
Yeah, they need that momentum early just to get the butterflies gone. And, geez, she took a risk going to second then. But, you know, you can't steal second with your foot on first. So well done for taking the risk.
So watching the playback here. First pitch. Nicely positioned.
Yeah, Damo just could have probably taken one little bit extra step and just didn't quite execute the throw.
So Henley and Grange, runner on second, scoring position. Second pitch is sent, foul. So second base for Sturt, we have number 35, Mitch Lightbody. On third base, number 15, the captain, Geordie McArdle. Shortstop, Zach Altamura, who was sensational yesterday. Left field, number 12, Mr. T. Terrell Joyce. Centre field, number 25, Harry Nuck. And at right field.
Oh, well done.
Double play.
And as a runner, you really can't help that. There's nothing you can do. You're caught dead-footed. It's just one of those bad luck things as a batting side. You get that momentum going of that runner in scoring position on one pitch.
Yeah.
And then 3 pitches later, it's suddenly wiped off and starting from scratch.
It was what killed the innings last night. Henley Grange built a bit of momentum against Kai. That comebacker he had, and he gloved it and wiped out the third base. I think it was Wilson on third, and similar play.
Just on the replay there, he actually shuffled towards right field just before the pitch, so it might be a premeditated, so they've done their research a bit.
Just playing up the middle a little bit.
And of course for the Saints at right field, number 36, Simon Atkins, the count 0-1. So just like that, 2 outs.
Yep.
It's a funny game, baseball.
That's why we love it. Anything can happen. Any lead is almost in, something can still happen that can bring the game back into reach.
Nice. Just inside. So Damon Arnold, you've seen him pitch.
Yeah, Damo's been around for a while. He's often he starts a bit slow some seasons due to his football career, and he's normally much better in the second half of the season. His body takes a while to get going after football, but he's crafty. Hits edges. He won't overpower you, probably a bit like Kai did last night, but very smart pitcher.
Inside there. So is he going to have to choose at some stage, footy or baseball, or is he going to ride both the waves?
I don't know with Damo. I think it depends on the year with Damo, but he was a very good footballer. I think he still is a very good footballer.
Well, I had a mate that played footy with Curtis Mead, and my mate says he could be playing AFL.
Wow.
We're glad he chose baseball, that's for sure. That one sent foul. Full count now.
Yeah, there's a few athletes out there that have to pick. They're just good at many things.
They should just share their genetics a bit with the rest of us, I reckon.
Good pitch.
That one's fouled off him. Speaking of elite athletes, big shout out to Ozzy, one of our umpires from SA, who unfortunately left us before the season started. He's now up in Queensland. Had to move there with the families, so he did say if he didn't get a shout out in the first innings, he'd be upset. So I've done that with 2 out in the bottom of the first, and also I want to say hi to Jared and Maddie, who are both complaining not only do they have to see me on the games when I'm umpiring, but they also have to hear me watching the live stream as well. As Wilson Lee smacks that to the left corner.
Once again, he's going to round first. He's going to slide down at second. So some more good contact from Henley Grange. Wilson Lee, his pitching, his hitting, is there anything he can't do?
No, he's just a phenomenally good player, Wilson, and he's really tonight got a. I bet you he'll be fired up, lead from the front, and he'll drag this team along tonight. I think you'll see him do.
So number 49, Lou Helmig, with the German WBC helmet on. Takes the first one for a bowl.
Lou Helmig was very well dressed at the Cap Smith dinner on Wednesday night with his Oktoberfest outfit.
I didn't see that.
He beat me with my mustard suit.
Did go back and forth Harndorf Main Street today. I didn't see him there, but he's taken
right.
one to right field. That's going to get down. Now the runner, Wilson Lee's rounding third. Will there be a play at the plate? No, there will not.
I think that wind blowing into that right field corner was going to hold the throw up anyway, so good decision to send him early.
And the crowd are excited. Henley Grange on the board. Look at that contact. And that's exactly what the Rams were looking for here in Game 2 of the Div 1 final series.
Just like voting. Score early, score often.
This message is endorsed by Paul Vandergoff. All right, got the left-hander, Corky Yonezawa. Takes one outside for a ball. Very solid shortstop. Kim Asher was praising him very highly.
Yeah.
And obviously, sometimes getting used to the different grounds, so I'm sure he'll be looking forward to another great game today. Sends one left, foul.
Yeah, he got a couple of awkward balls last night. There were those sort of in-between hops and can be pretty tough to play.
Yeah, it's literally a game of centimetres, isn't it? We had some American friends over here, and they were saying game of inches, but we convinced them to a game of centimetres. So
changed it.
That's it. Next is pounds to kilograms. As checks a runner at first.
That's a great pick-off move. Do you see how quick that was?
1-1 the count.
Yeah, new catcher tonight, Matt Macbeth behind the plate, fresh set of legs, fresh arm, replacing Blake far from last night. And again, Matty's done a good job all year and definitely deserves the start tonight for the Saints.
Oh, sent into left field. Nice contact there from Yonezawa. So Henley Grange, runners at first and second, with a 1-run lead. We'll definitely be happy with this. Get on base, already contributing for the Rams here in the first innings.
You just got to capitalise on your opportunities, don't you, with these things? So Henley will be looking to sort of put another couple on the board if they can. Those 2-out hits. I think it was last night. It was a big 2-out hit at one point. We're looking to do the same thing. They could be the big difference in the end.
Out of the corner of my eye, it looked like I had the State of Origin rugby on. The light blue and the maroons. But no, it is the baseball, friends. Nice pitch there for a strike.
So I just see over at the softball diamond, I think they've had some games go long as well, and so their last A-grade final game tonight is going to be starting momentarily and could be going possibly as long as our game's going here. So there's going to be a big crowd, I think, for the whole game across both diamonds in the whole complex.
So potential of baseballs and softballs to be flying everywhere.
Yes, that's right. So we'll try and keep an eye out and save ourselves.
A lot of excitement here at Dicolour Australia Stadium. The whole baseball and softball community is turning out for a great night as the sun sets behind us. At 1-2 the count.
Feet. Oh, got him. No.
Not quite. The runners advance. There we are. Just got away. Tell you what, the catchers put their body on the line, don't they?
Yeah, my father was a catcher, and I remember seeing his black and blue toes, particularly. They were pretty gross, to be honest, but all those foul tips that you get.
And of course, pitchers are rested for different games, three-game series, five-game series. But catches, of course, they deserve the same sort of respect. 2-2 the count.
I think for a final series like this, when you need everything for every game, you might swap around your catches. But if you're doing a tournament, like a national championship or something, a lot of catchers actually find it better to just stay in the rhythm and to do the games every day for a good chunk, just so that they don't have that day of, when you have a day off, the fatigue kind of kicks in a little bit. So,
and a big strikeout there, sorry to interrupt, from Damon Arnold. Huge strikeout there. He'll be happy to end that innings there. So we're going to come back very shortly, and we're going to have Henley Grange up to bat. Stay right there, grab some snacks and a drink. We'll continue here from Dicolour Australia Stadium. We are live back here at Dicolour Australia Stadium. The beautiful sunsets here at West Beach, South Australia. The Sturt Saints are playing Henley Grange Rams in the Division 1 final series. This is game 2. Yesterday, of course, Sturt won 7-1. And already the Rams a lead 1-0 top of the second. Inside, nice painting rather for a strike.
The inside edge, as we like to say.
Exactly. So number 11, Simon Bormer. I believe a German background as well. Yes, he's playing catchball with his mate Lou yesterday. Several plays went to him. Big swing there.
He's a big boy, and I've seen him throughout the year. He can hit a hard ball when it's hit. It stays hit with this kid. He's a monster.
I know yesterday's wind was kind of swirling a bit, but we'll see if tonight's wind encourages some dingers. Up high for a ball. Crowd noise starting to build.
Bit of a hum.
Yes. Gets a piece. It's going to send that to the softball diamond. Watch out, Eric.
Now, I've seen games before where baseball has gone to the softball diamond and they've just thrown it back into the middle of our diamond. They don't take it, they'll send it straight back. And
I went a walk around the diamond earlier, and I'll tell you what, the speed of those softballs, bit of extra weight behind them too.
Yeah.
Similar sort of speeds, I think they're travelling, but I think with the wind-up, it just looks like it's got a few more clicks on it.
And it's off a shorter distance as well, which makes it feel a lot more dangerous.
That's what it was. 2-2 the count. On the outside edge there, Wilson Lee gets another K. That is the first out for the Sturt Saints. All thanks to Space Quake Sports. Next up to bat for Sturt, number 21. We have JBR, Jackson Brebner-Russ. Takes the first one for a striker. What can you tell us about JBR there, Tony?
Well, JBR, he started his career catching way back when he was a young 14, 15-year-old, started his career, and he was a bloody good catcher. He was fantastic. Very good kid. Played, I think, nationally. Actually represented nationally and for the state as he grew older and bigger, and just been amazing club stalwart, legend, and very good player. So I take my hat off to him for getting where he's got to, and hopefully wins a couple of premierships.
Great contact out to right. He's going to drop. He's going to round first. JBR's on his way to second, and he'll stand there with a big smile on his face. The Sturt veteran on second, runner in scoring position. The Sturt Saints looking to get their first run on the board.
Yeah, I think what they did well last night, Sturt just going the opposite way with the pitch, using the whole field, which is the key to a lot of times to this ground. It's a big field, and if you can use a lot of it, you can get those extra bases and score a few runs. It's critical to use the whole field.
So top of the second, as some excitement comes from the other diamond. But plenty of excitement here for Henley Grange and Sturt too. First one is a ball. Up at the plate now, number 3, Matt Macbeth, who is the change today, I believe.
Absolutely. Another guy goes quite well hitting opposite field. Just lean on pitches.
It's a solid piece of wood that sends it foul.
The game within the game here is probably the pitch counts as well. It's just both sides to be very aware of their pitching depth coming into game 2 and game 3.
Definitely keep an eye on the bullpens as the game develops, and keep an eye for any movement. So runner in scoring position here for the Sturt Saints. 1 out, top of the second. Checks the runner. Sends it foul. So lights well and truly on. Getting quite dark there. At least the shadow's gone. Obviously, earlier games you start to get that shadow across the ground, which can make it difficult for players and umpires as well, I'd imagine there, Tony. That's all right, Paul.
Oh, look, if we can't see it, we'll make it up.
Just do it with confidence, Paul.
And he went.
That's a pretty fair call, I reckon. As a plate umpire, you may not be able to see where it's gone. So you can check that. If you don't call it a strike, you can check that down to the base umpire, and they will let you know, and their decision will be final. Of course, if you call the strike yourself, then you can't appeal to the base umpire to say, no, it's a ball. It's only if you don't call the strike on the swing, then you'll go to the base umpire.
Yep, good call.
Pretty clear that he went around there.
And a lot of cues and eye contact between umpires, of course, non-verbal communication.
Yes, lots of signals we've got if you're ever watching, as this one gets popped up. Looks like could be trouble with the wind. It's drifting back. Oh, just overshot that.
That's going to bring a run in for Sturt Saints, and the crowd love it.
And they've tied it up with that one.
Yes, exactly as Paul was saying, the wind coming into play there was swirling around a bit.
You throw the wind in with the lights, and it can get then a bit of communication breakdown between the second baseman and the right fielder. Everyone gets a bit nervous, and hence the outcome.
So in this situation, a long, clear, loud, early call?
Yeah, at the end of the day, the second baseman goes for it until the right fielder calls him out. So can't hear it from up here, but hopefully he called him out and unfortunately couldn't take the catch.
I believe the rule is that the loudest voice wins.
Or the biggest.
You boys are in trouble then. As Eric will probably tell you. One apiece here at Dicolour Australia Stadium. We got a game of baseball tonight, gentlemen. Of course, the championship is on the line. Can Henley Grange send it to game 3 as the runners checked it first? Or will the Sturt Saints take the championship tonight, of course, taking the first game of the 3-game series yesterday. As the lovely mullet flows in the breeze. A lot of mullets, a lot of moustaches here on the teams, guys.
Yeah, I've never had a mullet. Do you have a mullet, Paul, in your day? Or?
No, I was of the generation that had the bowl cuts.
Broken bat. And that is a nice solid play there. Sounded like a broken bat.
Yeah, it was definitely a broken bat.
And that will end the inning there. As we see again, Wilson Lee. Pretty economical with his pitch count at the moment. Great scoop and throw there from Corky Onazawa. Nice and confident there on this surface. So great to see. So we're going to move into Henley Grange. Will be up to bat shortly. Stay tuned here, thanks to Space Quake Sports. Back live here at Dicolour Australia Stadium. My name is Jared Hoare. I'm joined by Tony Catt and Paul Vanderkoff. Some great insights and player analysis, gentlemen. Nice pitch there for a strike to start with.
Just noticed the scoreboard's not working, Paul, down there. It's how are the fans keeping up with the score tonight?
I think there's going to be a lot of pen and paper around the place, and lots of friends of the scorers going to check in with them pretty frequently.
And those friends watching live on YouTube, maybe just text your friends that are at the ballpark. Just give them an update, just to make sure they're on the same page.
And a big shout out to the scorers as well. People don't realise sort of how much goes on between innings that they have to look after. It's not the case of just doing the balls and strikes as it happens, but then end of every innings they've got to tally up the stats, the hits, the pitches, make sure it all marries up. So someone coming over every second innings to say, what's the score, it can interrupt them quite a bit too.
Solid contact there. Is it going to drop? Into the glove of Harry Nuck. First out there for Henley and Grange.
Yeah, good read off the bat from Harry. Just get that first couple of steps in and probably made it look a little bit easier than it was at the end.
Harry Nucky, sorry.
Nucky, yes.
Nucky, yes. The captain of the outfield this evening. Speaking of scoring and umpiring, I've met a couple of young baseball enthusiasts that are getting into that, and obviously always looking for umpires, and the scorers is another great way to get involved in baseball.
Scoring and umpiring, absolutely. You get the there's a nice line drive there, taking that shortstop. If you're looking for getting the best seat in the house, that'd be umpiring. Second best seat, I reckon, would be scoring, and then third best seat, will they be either playing or watching?
Great solid catch there from Altamura. He's been good. He was great yesterday as well. Not much got past him there, Tony.
Yeah, I think this is the last year. I don't know whether, I think he's off to college now, young Zach. Last year they're going to have him for a while.
So Damon on the mound. Bit of a Glenn Maxwell vibes, I think, from him there. I've just worked it out there. Those cricket fans will know who I mean.
Young Zach, he's an interesting kid. Doesn't say much, very reserved. If you get 3 words out of him, you'd be doing well. But what a great kid and what a great talent. And fantastic to see some of these kids succeeding overseas.
Phil Acosta sends again to Altamura.
Great play.
It's in time. And that's the innings for Henley Grange. So nice economical pitching there from Damon. Great backup in the field. And 1-1, the scoreline stays.
Yeah, I think after getting on the board and then that quick innings there, I think Sturt's feeling a bit of momentum and switching their way. So we'll see if they can carry it over into the batting box next half.
And speaking of carrying on over, carry your snacks and your drinks to the screen. Stay straight here on YouTube. Spacequake Sports will give you more great moments like this play here from Altamura. And we'll be back at West Beach very shortly. We are back here at Dicolour Australia Stadium. Beautiful West Beach in South Australia. We're in for a great game of baseball here. The top of the second. The Sturt Saints are up to bat. And on the mound we have Wilson Lee for Henley Grange Rams.
It is the top of the third, I reckon, but we'll get the scoreboard updated there. Well, there it is. It's clicked over now.
Yeah, I'll take that money.
I forgot my abacus today, Tony.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, that's tagged.
And is hit out to centre left. What a catch! Taken very nicely there. Jack Partington. Bit of a congratulations on the way. Have a look at this. Again, swirling in the wind. Great read off the bat. Bit of a roll. Keeps it in there. Thanks for coming.
He has had a cracker of a season. I think he's runner-up in the Caps.
Yeah. And made the team of the year, as I understand.
Tell you what, with a roll like that, he could make the judo team of the year as well. That would be a part, of course, falling safely. As fun as it sounds, you know, obviously there's some big diving and big moments in baseball, so learning how to fall is all part of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not quite scooped up there from Liam Ball. To number 35, we have Mitch Lightbody makes his way to first.
Good wheels, makes the field very nervous. We got with Harry's quick, Mitchy's quick, and as a fielder, you know you've got to glove it clean and get rid of it quickly, which just hurries everyone up and can cause errors like that one.
There's a bit of friendly rivalry between runners and who can do the quickest run to first base, the time the beat test comes out, that sort of stuff?
I don't know who is the quickest down at Sturt at the moment. It'd be an interesting race. But there is... I don't think they've had the beat test or anything done there, but I'm sure there'll be some commentary around the speed of some of them.
So we've got Mr. T, Terrell Joyce, taking the first one for a ball. That's in there for a strike. What a magpies flying around. We had lots there last night. Just saw one go past before.
Yeah, I think there's a family which has moved in here, and they've been helping to aerate the lawn, no doubt, looking for worms out there.
Down for a ball, and of course those international viewers, a black and white bird here, the magpie. Port Adelaide Baseball Club, Port Adelaide Football Club.
Yes.
Hopefully got a win, but And, of course, a big hello to all of our international viewers that might be joining us from all around the world. Because, of course, a lot of these players on big journeys in baseball.
Yeah, both ways. Some of the players that come here and some of the players that go the other way. And it's always, it's been probably the best part of 30 years since, those American or imported players, as we call them, come out here. And they've added a lot of value to the sport over the last 30 years in South Australia.
Checks the runner at first. There we are. There's a magpie for our international friends, the great people at Space Quake Sports. Pretty quiet hill. Oh, there's a few up there on the enjoying some picnics. Great pick-off, but runner gets back in time. Nice relaxed ballpark here at West Beach, and I think the international players especially, I know the Yomiuri, the Tokyo Giants players love the relaxed atmosphere of, obviously compared to the excitement of the Tokyo Dome. In there for a strike.
Never been to the Tokyo Dome. Have you been there, Paul, at all? Or?
No, I've done a lot of travelling, but didn't get to see much baseball while I was doing it. So.
If you want to know anything about the Tokyo Dome, Mr. Eric Bolner will be your man.
Just Mitchie with a one-way lead there. It's always interesting with the lefty on the mounds, how their approach to normally would go first move, but just got a one-way lead there at the moment, getting back quite easily.
Runner's gone. And he'll make his way to first. So Sturt now, runner on first and second. Just the one out here at the top of the third. Bit of a high five there at first. None of the helmets headbangs like we see Shohei doing.
I don't know how much gear normally ends up at the first baseman these days with the shoulder, elbow pads, knee pads, leg pads.
Those first base coaches are got to have a cat rack on them, basically.
And a great part of the community as well. Of course, the base coaches, a lot of previous players and family members there, and part of the great community. Geordie McArdle, number 15, is up. Runner on first and second. What can the Sturt Saints put together as Wilson Lee checks second?
Our first base coach tonight is Matt Mulryan, and on third is Tommy Winter for the Saints. And Matt represented, it was an interesting interview with him at Ali Clark at the Caps Medal on Wednesday night, as I understand, for those that are listening or were there.
Trying to get blood from a stone, that was.
I think Ali ended up asking for other people from Sturt to come up, as I understand it, Paul.
Yeah, look, I think the live stream is actually up if you want to have a look at it from Caps night. And, it is, perhaps not the most erudite of interviews going around, but still fun.
Oh, Geordie McArdle sends one foul. And, of course, for all updates, do head to Baseball SA or Baseball Australia website, social media, all of your updates. Some very exciting things happening in the world of baseball and softball here in South Australia and Australia.
Just announced in the last couple of days the Australian Women's Championships coming up in April. They've got, for the first time ever, an entirely all-female crew of umpires officiating there, which is great to see. So many females coming through the ranks, and they're umpiring in local club ball and all across the country, men's, women's, juniors, and it's just great to see that's coming through. One of them from Canberra actually just came back from the Wendelstedt Umpire School, 4-week course over there, thanks to a grant to go and do it. So lots of really positive news in the umpiring and female baseball leagues.
Takes that one for a strike. 2-2 the count now for Geordie McArdle.
Always love grand finals where you get to see some of the old stalwarts always come back out to the grand final. I've caught up with a couple of Saints people I haven't seen for years, which is always great to see them back at games like this.
A lot of jerseys out as well, both Australian teams, American teams. Saw a Yomiuri Giants jersey in the stands as well. So great community coming together. The beers are flowing by the noise rising. Nice pitch there from Wilson Lee. That sits down Geordie McArdle.
Big out.
2 out now. Big out indeed. He's such a dangerous at-bat, isn't he?
Yeah, no, that would have been nervy for Wilson, and pretty gutsy pitch where he put that on the inside half of the plate. And, Very, very brave and very well done from Wilson.
Geordie didn't like it. Probably didn't agree with it. But at the end of the day, it's not his opinion that really matters.
Bit of contact there from Simon Bormer.
This is the challenge for Wilson. He doesn't get a reprieve. He's got Terrell, can't really get around, pitch around him too much. Then he's got Geordie, and now Simon. It's a hard part of the lineup to get through, and you've got to be on your game.
Interesting to see as the game progresses is pitch count, as you were mentioning earlier. Seems reasonably economical at the moment, but a lot of good at-bats from Sturt, setting the ball foul. Hopper to first, and that'll end the innings. So the top of the third is done. The score still 1-1.
We were talking about the old stalwarts that you sort of see come out of the woodwork for games like this, and this is the fourth game of the day, as I said earlier. Before this, Division 2, West Torrens beat Woodville in 7, dare I say, passionate innings. There was a particularly energetic spot there towards the end of it.
In honour of George Foreman, was it?
In Division 3 before that, Kensington beat Southern Districts in 7 digs. And this morning, Division 4, Southern Districts beat Goodwood. And I was working that game. I've been here since 8 o'clock this morning. I was umpiring that game with Stan Warrilow, who is another one of those, dare you say it, old stalwarts.
Yes, he is.
In fact, if you go looking on YouTube, you can find, I think it's under the account of Rams Administrator, they've got a recording of the 95-96 grand final, Sturt versus Henley Grange. And if you go sort of halfway through the middle of it, not only do you see one Stanley Warrilow come on the pitch, and I won't mention what happened while he was pitching, but also you see some other young names like a Tony Catt, like a Simon Gooley, lots of those stalwart names who are still around, still active, still involved with everything as well.
Yeah, it was young. I reckon there was an old Mr. Nucky as well. Harry's dad was there, and it was. I think Chris McCardle's old man was around the place at the same time. And it's fantastic to see some of those bloodlines flow through some of these clubs.
It does seem like every club's got 1 or 2 or 3 families that really kind of develop from the grassroots up and get involved in all aspects of the game.
Yeah.
So 1 apiece here at Dicolour Australia Stadium for Baseball SA's Div 1 Men's Game 2 in this final series.
Thanks for bringing up the fact we lost both of those grand finals in 95-96 as well.
I did not mention the score. I did not mention what happened. I just mentioned that I watched it, and you can go home and watch it too if you would like.
I think I banned all the videos. I thought there was no way of watching that ever again.
Outside for a ball. Two and 0 the count there for Jack Partington, I think, at the plate there.
Yeah, so with Jack here as the lead-off, that means that both teams are now sort of second time through the lineup. They've now seen Damon, they've seen what he throws, a bit of communication going through what do you throw you, where do you throw this? And also they're getting used to what the umpire's calling as well. On TV, especially the Major Leagues, you get that little magic white box, which in real life we don't get down there. So we're trying to judge where the top of the zone is to each batter as they're prepared to hit the ball. I think while everyone would like to have perfect strike zone for every umpire, what's more important is consistency through the game. And we've got Blake Halligan here, very experienced umpire. He's gone to the highest levels of the game, done WBC qualifiers, overseas, internationals, national stuff. So as long as the teams are feeling that they can predict what he's going to call where, they'll be happy and they'll work with that.
Excellent insights there from Paul Vanderkoff, the chairman of Umpires Association here in South Australia. So runner on first for Henley Grange Rams. One send up the middle, turn for a double. That's out. Just like that.
Yeah, it's interesting. Jack's such a he's just such a running threat, and as the number 2 hitter, go first pitch, it's nearly, I'll call it a cardinal sin to really hit into a double play there. It's you got get the lead off on, as I said, and he's a running threat. A bit disappointing.
They always say if you go for the first pitch, make it count, otherwise the coach is going to be a bit upset with you when you go back to the dugout.
How much are the players getting signs from maybe the third base coach in regards?
Look, a lot, but it's still a little bit of in-game knowledge. A lot of players, these guys have been around for long enough to know when to go. I mean, some coaches generally have a pretty free swing philosophy. It depends on probably the way the coach wants you to approach. But it's in a 1-1 game. Early on when you're looking just to get a bit of momentum, it's good play by the middle infielders from the Saints, though.
Outside for a ball. So Wilson Lee, tonight's two-way player. Count is 2-1. And the bases are empty. Sends one foul to the inflatable pitching tunnel. The kids do love that. Of course, lots of great food and drink and activities available around the park. If you've never been to a baseball game here at Dicolour Australia Stadium, definitely come on down. Big swing, big miss. Looking pretty solid on the mound there. Damon Arnold gets another K there, Tony.
Loves it. He's got that little swerve, slider, whatever you want to call it. It's moving, and the wind's helping it too. So, Wilson chasing that one outside, and Damon has been economical. Those couple of double plays, I reckon we've had 2 in the 3 innings, have certainly helped keep his pitch count down at this stage, and that'll help stretch him out hopefully a bit further tonight.
Will help to keep your word count down a little bit and stretch you a bit further tonight. So we'll take a bit of a break here at Dicolour Australia Stadium, and we'll slurve right back just after this. Welcome back to Dicolour Australia Stadium as an aeroplane lands towards the left field there, which means the wind is coming from left field. My name is Jared Hoare. I'm joined here by Tony Catt and Paul Vanderkoff. Of course, we've got the Saints, Sturt Saints, against the Henley Grange Rams, the Div 1 Men's Final Series Game 2. It's Sturt taking the win yesterday. Top of the fourth. Getting a little bit fresh, but luckily, gentlemen, we already have our jackets on.
Yeah, that came out early tonight.
Big swing. JBR sends one foul. Back to JBR already. That seems like just a minute ago we were commentating about him.
Yeah, they've had a few base runners early, Sturt. Just haven't capitalised on a couple of situations, but Wilson's done a really good job so far.
Big swing, big sound into the glove for a strike. So how's Wilson Lee looking? He's solid. He's not tired as yet. No real visual signs in that regard.
Normally with Wilson, I think he's the kind of pitcher that can get better as the game goes on. I think that he's probably sometimes his most vulnerable early when he settles in, and he's certainly settled in now. I think he's got his off-speed working, and he seems to be locating very, very well at the moment.
To short. Yonizawa to first. Nice play. Gee, looks nice and settled tonight there at the shortstop.
Yeah, just going out the ball. Got to just attack it. You just got to go.
Yonizawa, Koki-san, 素晴らしいプレーですね.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah. Thanks for putting up that cue card for me there, Paul. Tell you what, the cannons on some of these guys just fire the baseball across the diamond. As we've got Simon Bormer. Correction?
Matty Macbeth.
Yes. No Macbeth quotes.
The Scottish player.
Matty's not far away, or may be becoming a dad very soon, if I'm correct.
Are we allowed to announce that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the family knows. I'm sure Matthew knows.
If the family doesn't know, make sure you text them now or send them to this YouTube link.
Yeah.
And tell them that Spacequake Sports broke the news for you. So how small do they make the Sturt Saints jerseys?
Oh, yeah, good question. He or she, whoever it's going to be, will have one.
It'll be light blue nonetheless. The crowd were happy. Not quite cold though.
I've long believed the best place to call a ball or strike from is 120 feet away at a weird angle. Absolutely the best view of that inside corner.
Your sarcasm is noted, Paul.
Liam Bull scoops it up, makes the play at first. Second out there.
It's funny how you get to know whose voices they are, to be honest, Paul. I do ask myself one time, if you, as an umpire, you hear those distinctive voices yelling at you, get to know who's who, don't you?
You do. I mean, the best games you can have as an umpire are the ones where no one says a word to you, no one notices you, everything seems to flow nicely. And then you have other games where it seems like, through no fault of your own, everyone's eyes are on you and everyone's got a different opinion to what you're seeing. And you can't help it. It's part of the game. It's the human factor, because that one's popped up.
Quick innings.
Great solid call. We could hear that vocally. Really good communication there from Henley Grange defence. That'll finish the inning there. Still one apiece. As this one replay going to send us to the bottom of the fourth. We'll have Henley Grange up as the crowd continue to build some energy for this game. We'll be back very shortly here, thanks to Spacequake Sports.
Don't announce it ahead of time. Just bust it out. Yeah, with just for the initial burst of the call. It's like center field, and then right as it's kind of play settling, switch back down. But yeah, if he gets a really good clutch hit, it'll be a moment.
Welcome back here to Dicolour Australia Stadium. As we see on our screen, Lou Helmig with his German WBC helmet. On the front is the D for Deutschland. Great to have such international cast of players here. Of course, Henley Grange, Rams taking on the Sturt Saints. Here at the bottom of the fourth, gentlemen.
Tight ball game. That's what we wanted. The fans are here for, and they're starting to get rowdy, Paul.
So, Tony, as someone wearing their Sturt hat and coat today, at what point do you start to feel the nerves?
It's a good question. It's I did ask that of the president, actually, when I walked in here tonight, Mr. McClure, and he was a little bit nervy, but clearly being 1-0 up just is a bit of a... gives you a little bit of a calming influence in terms of having the freedom to know if you lose, there's a game 3, but you're just nervous full stop some days in these games.
Yeah, well, we're bottom 4, 1-1. 5 innings to go after this one.
Outside for a ball. So yesterday's game, pretty similar scenario. One apiece on the board, and then things change. Which way is it going to swing?
If I could tell you that, I wouldn't be in Adelaide.
Sent to shortstop there, Altamura with the play in time.
Oh, and Lewis looked like he might have been pulling up a little bit lame there.
Pulled his hamstring.
Maybe just a twinge. Doesn't look like he's gone down on it. So hopefully just a twinge. We hope.
We never wish injuries on any players. Of course, it's always putting their body on the line.
It would be a big blow for Henley Grange if they were to lose him. For 2 reasons. One, he's hitting, but 2, I think he's pitching as well. So
next up to bat, we have number 6, Koki Yonezawa, the shortstop. Shows bunt. So we've been really solid today at shortstop. Let's see if he can put another ball into play.
I believe that one was called a ball, not a strike.
It was a ball. He must have pulled back late.
Yeah, he didn't actually show the bunt all the way around. Having said that, there's a strike.
1-1. Lovely editing from the graphics department at Space Quake Sports.
There's a big team they got there working on all the graphics and camera switching.
Like a game of Pong, the 1s and 0s. So Damon Arnold on the mound, pitching to Koki Yonezawa. 2-1 the count. 打った入った一塁へ素晴らしい米沢幸喜さんテンション上がってますねヘンリー・グレンジはどうでしょうか皆さん So runner on first, gentlemen.
Yeah, I couldn't have put it better myself.
Yeah, well done.
Great to see his confidence coming out today. Good game yesterday, but really solid today. Not much has got past him at shortstop. Let's see how long his lead there. As the fans turn around at this commentary team, what language is going to come out next? That was my stunt double. That wasn't me. He's gone. 素晴らしい取りました盗塁。米沢さんやってくれました。And the Henley and Grange fans are excited. Excellent. Some Japanese-speaking fans show their agreement. But I'm not just talking about different things. So a runner in scoring position there for Henley and Grange. 1 out.
Do you have the ability with your team to put the subtitles up at all, mate?
Yes, you might have to go to the subtitles. I'll tell you what, Eric Bowen has given me a very long leash. Luckily, you'll see that the auto translation is correct.
I look forward to that.
And I haven't mentioned how much I like the Goodwood Indians and the Hunchin Tigers. Low for a ball. But of course the language we all speak, gentlemen, is baseball.
Yes.
As the laughter continues from our fans in front. What an international night we have here. 1-1 the count. So a pivotal moment, what some would say. Runner in scoring position, bottom of the 4th. What are we looking at here, do you reckon, Tony?
1 away, yeah, Paddy. Looking to shift that runner over at least, looking for a gap on that right side. It's a game of attrition at the moment. Who blinks first?
Good contact. Yonezawa's gone to 3rd. Advance the runner, but they do get the out. So the 3rd base coach there, definitely a Randy Johnson lookalike.
Yeah, Nixie, he's... old moustache he's got going there. That was good. Just shift him over 90 feet. More, obviously, the old saying, if you can score a lot more ways from third base, 90 feet away now, the go-ahead run. Damo did a good job to get the out as well.
Up to bat, Jordan Hodges, number 16.
Would be remiss of me not just to comment on Mitchie's height there. He nearly bounced over his head, but Mitchie jumped 4 feet in the air and grabbed that. Well done, Mitchie.
Great pitch there. Lovely movement there from Damon Arnold. 0-2. Big pitch coming up.
Good.
Crowd helping the catcher to find the ball there. A lot of blue shirts in the crowd tonight there, Tony. A lot of maroon ones too.
Yeah, Matty is defensively a very good catcher. Good, very good at blocking and keeping the ball in front of him. Did a good job there.
So 1-2. Send one foul. Jordan Hodges, a lot of Geordies. Number 16 versus number 16. Outside, 2-2.
Geordie's worked this count well. Just missed that pitch before.
Yeah, some good at-bats from both teams, really extending the pitch counts for the pitchers. And that'll go foul.
I think that was very close to the women's baseball team fundraising barbecue tent.
Hopefully no sausages was destroyed. All is well, obviously. Always keep your eyes peeled for foul balls here at Daikala Australia Stadium. As the net takes that foul ball.
Very good at bat here from Geordie, and he's doing a great job keeping this at bat going.
Working the pitch count up, that's for sure.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what the pitch count's getting for Damon Arnold as he sends one in. Sends it long. Jordan Hodges. Nicely taken there. Mr. T. Oh, pity the fool. Tries to hit one over Terrell Joyce.
Very good catch.
Great read off the bat.
Yeah.
Eyes on the ball the whole time. Really nice play. So that will leave Yonizawa on third. Still one apiece here at Daikala Australia Stadium as the grounds team come up for a bit of a light clean-up. We'll be back very shortly here at West Beach. We are back here at Daikala Australia Stadium. We're watching some great baseball, but also some great motorised groundskeeping there, Tony.
Yeah, the buggy's out. I think we're in the fifth. I think we're and so just giving the because the dirt can get quite lumpy with the footholds and base runners scratching around, and so it's great to give it a bit of a smooth over every now and again. Do it a couple of times a game.
And some of the youth baseball team, of course, great work behind the scenes. And a lot of hard work does go in behind the scenes. So lots of hard work and possibly getting ready for the F1. Will it come back to Adelaide? Adelaide's got some drivers here by the look of things.
We'll see. I actually learnt something the other day about the Formula One, that Adelaide still holds the record as the biggest crowd ever in Formula One history around the world for the biggest 4-day crowd.
I think also the best street circuit in the world.
Was that as well?
So we do punch well above our weight here in Adelaide. So beautiful. All right, so we have Wilson Lee on the mound. He will be pitching to number 35. Takes that first one. 36, sorry.
Yeah, he definitely offered that one. So that's
Simon Adkins at the bottom of the Saints lineup. He'll be looking to go very, very quick. Actually, if I probably thought about it, Simon would be the fastest, I reckon, in the team. He's pretty quick.
Has to run away from the girls, I think. John was talking yesterday. He's pretty popular with the ladies, that mullet and the mustaka.
Well, Simon likes to think so anyway. But,
it's all about marketing.
Sell it.
2-0 the count. Top of the fifth. Goes foul. So still no movement in the pens.
No, the pitch counts would be it'd be interesting to see what they are if they're starting to punch through the 60s and 70s now, and it will start to play on the coaches' minds.
In there for a strike. It's another K there for Wilson Lee. Be interested to see how many he's been racking up today, but definitely leading from the front. Obviously, hitting today and pitching, a big presence in today's game.
What is the pitch count rule, Paul, in these games? Do you know off the top of your head, or can we find out? Can we ask a friend? Or
I'm pretty sure because it's a 3-game series, I think it's 150 for the weekend.
Right.
But there are also the day's rest considerations as well. So if you throw like 90, you can't throw the next day because you've got to have that mandatory rest period.
Yes.
Top of the lineup, Harry Nucky. Takes the first one for a strike. A lot of support in the stands for Harry.
Yeah, he's another man that doesn't say too much, but lets his bat do the talking and has had a fantastic season.
1-1. The jumpers are on here at West Beach, but the baseball is hot.
Lou's gone back out to first base, so can't be too bad with that leg injury.
Might have just got the foam roller onto it or something for
the spray. Could have been the spray.
The magic spray. Oh, man, the Australian cricket team relied on that for a few years, didn't they?
Sent up there.
I think I need that spray on a daily basis.
I think my vocal cords need to spray after that outburst in Japanese, and apologies to friends at home. Your YouTube channel wasn't set to Japanese mode. It's just a shout out to our friends in Japan. And of course, I had the pleasure of commentating some games when the Tokyo Yomiuri Giants were here with our Adelaide Giants. There's another strikeout there for Wilson Lee. He sits down, Harry Nucky, and it's 2 out for the Sturt Saints.
Yeah, a couple of Ks. Wilson throwing really well, and this is what I mean. He can just get in a bit of a roll. He certainly is going at the moment. So will be challenge for the Saints lineup to get at him now.
Mitch Lightbody. 2 out. Base is empty. Top of the fifth. Here in beautiful South Australia. Upstairs for a ball. The wind seems to have died down a bit. It's blowing pretty fiercely when we started the game today, gentlemen.
Yeah, it has actually. It has calmed down quite significantly.
Much to the relief of the outfielders, no doubt. Already got the dunks on the light to play with. 2-0 the count.
And a big hello to Molly Brown, who's looking after us here in the comm box. Just brought us some lovely non-alcoholic water.
Thanks, Molly. Again, a shout out to the amazing team at Baseball SA. Great work behind the scenes and some exciting talent coming through on the diamond and outside the diamond as well. So some exciting coaching, event management, all lines of baseball here in South Australia and around the world.
Absolutely. Well, I think that...
Sends one to right field. It is going to go foul.
Well, it's always good, even just talking about coaching. Seeing Tank, otherwise known as Chris Adamson, coaching in the US, and we talk about player pathways, and I think it's fantastic what Chris has managed to do with the coaching pathway as well, and even umpiring. I think you've had it. Umpiring. I think we don't talk about it enough, Paul, with the different parts of the game that do, like we talk about Curtis getting to Tampa. There's certainly other parts of the game that get through to some very high levels.
And of course, with the Phillies as well, Macca does a great job, doesn't she? Shout out to all our friends watching in the States. And it is fair. Off the base, rounding first. Stand up double. So the Sturt Saints now have a runner in scoring position thanks to Mitch Lightbody.
He's had the season, young Mitch. He's also become a father. Maybe there's something in that. Actually, no. Did he get married? One of the two. Geez, now I'm going to get lost in that. Sorry. Shout out to the Lightbody family. Oh, I can't remember. Too many babies.
So that hit up the line. Let's sort of talk about the fair foul rule. So when does a ball become fair or become foul? When it's before first and third base, it is where the ball either comes to rest or is first touched. If it touches one of the bases, it is fair no matter where it goes after that point. And if it's fair through the infield and then passes and then goes to the outfield, it is going to stay fair. If it's a fly ball, then it's where it is touched in the outfield or where it bounced first.
Thank you for that. Paul Vanderkoff with the special umpire comments. Once again, if you are looking to get involved with baseball, obviously players, but always looking for umpires, scorers, but also general help around the club. So very welcoming community. So Henley Grange just had a bit of a chat on the mound. What would they be discussing, do you reckon there, Tony?
Whether to throw, how they're going to approach Terrell, whether they throw at him, put him on first. There would have been a bit of a chat about that. I often find some of those chats quite interesting here. Because sometimes it's just about giving Wilson a break for whatever reason. It might not have been about strategy. It just might be give him a breather, let him reset.
Sometimes it's a new joke.
Yeah, it
literally
could be.
just to take up some time and hey, guys, let's just switch off, switch on again.
Yeah.
Reset it.
Mr. T at the plate.
How long, I thought about this actually watching last night. How long as an umpire do you give him out on the mounds, Paul, for that sort of meeting?
Look, there's no real set hard fast limit. For me, when I go out there, I go, okay, first of all, I pull out my book and note down that I've had a visit because there's a limited number you can have. Then dust the plate off. By that stage, I'll then turn around, take a breath and go, okay, the Super League is starting to wrap up soon. So 30, 45 seconds, maybe a minute. It's not a long time to really do it. And you kind of, the slower that the coach is walking out there, the less time I'll give them because, they're obviously not in a rush. If the coach is bounding out there pretty quickly, then, you're perhaps more likely to do something.
Runner to third with the dive.
Taking advantage of the loose ball there.
Yeah, just scooted away from a little bit far and Mitch heads up base running. Really, really good.
Really good observation there, isn't it? Yeah. And of course, at this level, it's the little things that are just built in routine.
Yep.
So Sturt's now with the runner on third. 2 out here at the top of the fifth.
And this is where Wilson, he's throwing him off speed. Got him nervous. He's got Geordie on deck. He would have looked across. This is where he'll be fine again, I think, here with this count. Terrell's a very, very good hitter, and you don't want to miss.
He's definitely got that stare on. What could he produce here? Sends one, that'll go, that'll score the run. Mr. T has sent a Saint in the A-team van all the way home. And the Sturt Saints take a 2-1 lead here at West Beach.
Yeah, there he was. Great at-bat by Terrell. Clutch hitting. And I have had it confirmed. Thank you, Wallace Long. Mitch is married and got a baby, Maverick. So thankfully I got that right. Thanks, Wallace, for the shout-out and the heads up there, mate.
Thank goodness for our brains trust.
And a big thanks to everyone that's screening there on YouTube. Any comments, head towards Spacequake Sports or directly to Paul and Tony for the inside goss. Jordan McCarl at the plate.
Yeah, last night's commentator, Kim Ashworth, he's already sent through a couple of comments, so I can't read them on air, unfortunately.
Big shout out to Kim. Great having him in yesterday. He must have sore shoulders because him and John were carrying me last night, as you two gentlemen are carrying me tonight. But great community here at baseball. So thanks again for joining us last night, Kim.
Kim was very good value. Not only does he have the club input from Henley Grange and also East Torrens, because he's involved with both, but also, as you know, having done professional baseball, pitcher extraordinaire, and now also umpiring as well. So he's got a lot of insights. And I think, as a coach, he's found the umpiring to be a big assistance in finding out, just those rules of the game that you kind of think you know, and then it turns out actually you don't know at all. There's a lot of rule myths around the place.
Ooh. Jordan McCardle sends one to right field. He's going to get to first, and the runner's gone round to third. Jordan McCardle, listen to the applause. They love him here at West Beach.
That was clutch.
Yeah, he needed that. He was getting a bit frustrated, getting some pitches both inside and outside he wasn't happy with, and true test of his hitting ability and his character. Just managed to get a ground ball through the gap. Terrell heads up base running, going to third.
So runners at the corners for Sturt Saints. Mr. T's on third. Mr. Captain, he's on first. Coming up to bat, we have Simon Bormer, the big left-hander. That'll be out at first, and that will end the inning. So Sturt up 2-1. Bit of tension building as we get through this game here. Still anyone's game, of course, game 2 of a 3-game series here at West Beach. Stay tuned, grab those snacks and drinks, and we'll be back shortly at Diet Colour Australia Stadium. Welcome back to West Beach. My name is Jared Hoare. I'm joined by Tony Katz and Paul Vanderkoff at the bottom of the 5th. Number 99 at the plate, we have the big jet, Cloissy. Looking to get on base to get Henley Grange another run to stay in this championship series.
Another good kid out of Henley Grange. He's been a great catcher. I think he's got better with age, to be honest, Jet. I think he's got better and better as he's got older, and doing a great job behind the dish again tonight.
His development in the last sort of 2-3 years especially, he dropped some weight, bulked up on the muscle a little bit. He's looking to me, and he's fought his way. He took that, the Div 1 catcher spot fully on merit.
Outside for a ball. Yeah, just the way the catchers on their knees can just fire it at second is a lot of upper body strength required.
I remember how I never had an arm like that.
3-1 the count. Sounds good, but it is swallowed up there by Harry Nucky. First out.
Another great read by Harry. Not easy. Those dead centre here, it's very hard to read off the bat. And he, got a good jump, moved the right way, and again made that look easier than it was.
So 1 out now for Henley Grange. Bottom of the 5th.
Phil Acosta, I think, batting now. An absolute workhorse he is. Always reliable at Henley. He goes wherever he's needed, does everything asked of him with a smile on his face.
Talking about wheels, Geordie playing in at third, just very aware of Phil's speed and ability to drop a bunt at any given time, and Geordie playing for that at the moment.
Yeah, the veterans, obviously the knowledge coming through and ready for the position there, outside for a ball. Got some nice high socks there as well. Not quite TVS highness. Shout out to Todd Van Steensel if he's tuning in. But some of the longest socks you'll see at West Beach.
And I think he's always rocked that version. I think Phil, he's too many with the socks like that around the place.
He's a traditionalist. I think he likes the old style. Yeah.
Great close-up there from Space Quake Socks, which is a division of Space Quake Sports. Full count.
Now, look, I'm not going to say anything, but generally it is polite to wait until the umpires make the decision before you start walking.
I'm glad you chipped in there, Paul, because I was going to say the walking up to first base probably wouldn't have helped that situation.
Sent foul. Yes, you look at baseball from the 70s and 80s as I think it's a bit more relaxed and professional as far as the interactions between players and umpires. Do you think there, Paul?
I think there's been a bit more of an enforcement of respect. As an umpire, as a spectator, I am not a fan of the fact that arguing and shouting in the faces of an umpire when you disagree with the call is just quite part of the game. That it's the only sport that has that. You go and watch rugby where you think these big brutes who they're going to be like really rough. No, they treat the umpires. They're always saying sir, sorry sir, yes sir, and they are very it's drilled into them from the start. Respect
Definitely.
the umpires and their decisions.
Without the umpires, there is no game. So we need full set as he sends it up to the left. Mr. T's waiting. Swallows that one up. 2 out now.
Now, someone needs to remind Terrell there's only 2 out, because I think he was just running off for the third out, but T, you got another one to go.
He's got the 18 van running, I still think, mate.
Someone needs to remind him how many are out there.
Look, if you're ever at a baseball game or on the field even, and you sort of lose track of the count or how many outs there are, just look for the umpires between bats. They're usually doing a signal to each other saying how many outs, what their motion will be, what their rotation will be. So if you know what to look for, you can keep an eye on that, and it will help you, rather than having to ask, Blue, how many outs are there? Or guessing the wrong number.
What? I'm learning a fair bit tonight, and like last night. So thanks for the insights there. I'm sure all the young baseball fans tuning in are enjoying the special comments too. So base is empty, bottom of the 5th, 2 out.
If there are any young baseball fans who are looking to get involved in umpiring or scoring, this is the grand final of the summer season. Check out some of the winter leagues around the place. It's a good place to start, because that one's right down the middle. I'm involved with the Bridgewater Bulls, which plays down at the Sturt grounds during the off-season. It's a very social competition to learn the game to play, to learn the game to score, to learn the game to umpire. We've had quite a few umpires come through. That one's in the dirt.
Yeah, the Bulls, I think they've been named, they've won an award recently, Paul, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe they have.
Yeah.
It's something about community engagement, building the community, the resilience of communities. So I'm sure if you look up on the Facebook page, they've got it there somewhere. Oh, heads up.
Heads up.
And let that be a lesson to you. Always be paying attention, no matter where you are in the field.
Actually, speaking of that, I did notice that the Dodgers' opening game was at Tokyo.
Tokyo Dome, the Tokyo series.
They give away free gloves.
One sent into centre field. Jack Partington. He'll get on base. He'll keep the inning alive here for Henley Grange. And the Maroon fans are enjoying that.
Jack's 3rd time on base, I think.
Yeah, he's
been stranded a couple of times. I think once was the double play line drive, and once force out double play. So
they keep knocking on the door with Jack there. Certainly, yeah. They apparently give out free gloves to people sitting in the dangerous zones. They have a big box there you can go and collect. I only saw that for the first time the other day.
There's some amazing different etiquette. I did see a video of Ohtani home run that was hit.
Yes.
And it was passed around the crowd. Everyone took a photo, a selfie, and it was gently passed back. Different somewhat to the LA Dodgers home runs. The 50-50 ball might have had a little bit more excitement.
Yeah.
But it's great to see all these stars all around the world bringing the game that we love to the fans. Much like the team at Spacequake Sports are here on YouTube. Runner's gone. Jack has some nice wheels.
Yeah, it's nearly automatic for Jack at the moment. He's quick, gets good read, gets good jump, and did that quite easy in the end.
He was nimble, he was quick. I didn't see a candlestick, but it could be there.
Keep reaching.
I think Eric's going to come and turn my mic off shortly. Shout out to Eric Sensei. See you, my son. Great. So runner in scoring position now for Henley Grange Rams.
They could hold in with the breeze.
That's good caught. No bear catches in the crowd. Bit cold as Tony rubs his hands there. Bit cold for cricket catches, you reckon?
No, certainly you bust your finger doing that.
So Liam Bull here. So big deep breath there from Damon Arnold. Obviously the pitching count starting to come up here. Both him and Wilson Lee have done really well on the mound. See how many more innings they can go for. Up to right.
Yeah, just the moments in the game just get bigger as we work our way through the innings, and the 5th. These little moments now for both teams mean a lot as we work the innings across.
So again, we do have a championship on the line. Sturt with the win yesterday, they can take the championships tonight, or Henley Grange, they can force a game 3 tomorrow. But that's a big swing and a miss there. Damon Arnold, he gets another K. The light blue jersey and Sturt fans very happy there, Paul.
Yeah, Henley and Grange, opportunity there to try and force something to happen, try and peg back that run. Just can't quite capitalise on it, and so we head to the next half. Sturt looking to try and solidify this. I think they'll be looking to put on a couple here if they can.
Indeed, and a couple of fans putting on a couple of layers as it gets nice and cool here at West Beach. Stay tuned to this live stream here on YouTube. We'll be back shortly after this. Welcome back to Dicolour Australia Stadium. My name is Jared Hoare. I'm joined here by Tony Catt and Paul van der Koff, who I believe has the pitching count stats for us.
Yeah, it's actually quite level pegging at the moment for Henley Grange. Wilson Lee on 89, this will be the 90th as a ball. And for Sturt, Damon Arnold's thrown 87, so it's only a couple of pitches in it as we are in here, the top of the 6th. I reckon they'll be able to go another couple of innings each. I reckon neither of them are getting loose, neither of them are getting wild. Everything's pretty much around the mark. Like that one right there.
Their rhythm seems to be the same. Obviously, that muscle memory almost, they kind of lock in. So there's not much changes you've noticed there as well, Tony? Or?
Yeah, no, again, both throwing very, very well.
JBR.
Oh, great pick.
Nicely done on the corner. The ball. Liam. Great pick up there.
Yeah, it's just they haven't. And neither of them have had that, I call it, stressful innings yet, and they've kept being pretty efficient through their innings. But getting up, getting down as you get into the 6th and 7th, you got the pitches in between innings as well. You got to think about. But that was a great play.
Yeah, that pick just then was really a hot shot. Got to be careful how you say that.
I'll tell you what, he keeps doing that. He might be heading to Tampa Bay Rays as well. Sensational pick there by Liam Ball.
Look, I think the scouts, college scouts, minor league scouts, like they're always looking at streams like this around the world to see what they can pick up.
Great contact there. Sends it to Mr. T, but we've got a runner on board. Matt Macbeth makes his way to first. First pitch, he's aboard.
Good hitting from Matty there, and again, this is this bottom half of the Saints lineup that they'll be looking for some. Maybe a little bit of small ball here. I wouldn't put it past the coach of the Saints to do, just to see if he can make something happen here.
Let's have a look at that runner's lead there at first as Altamura up to bat. Zach. Which is the first one for a ball.
Yeah, that hit to left field there was sort of an example of if you go for the first pitch, make it count for something good. So that gapper, single to the outfield, that's what he wanted to do. Had that been a ground out to short or something, it would have been probably a different conversation in the dugout afterwards.
Bit of chin music for a ball there. And of course, Wilson Lee not only just pitching but also hitting today as well. So a true all-round effort tonight. With his hairstyle there, bit of wild thing. You make my heart sing. Channeling the Major League vibes. Which, not sure if you remember Takahashi, the actor that played the Japanese character in the movie. He was commentating the Japanese version of the Tokyo series, which I watched. And very big fan he is of baseball, of course. But great to see all those pop culture references coming back into the games. Great pitch for a ball, though. 3-1.
Big pitch coming up here. Doesn't really want to put two ducks on the pond.
Thought it was a thunderstorm. That's just some excitement from the softball diamond, I believe, wasn't it, Tony?
Yeah.
Wasn't expecting hail, but a lot happening at West Beach today.
Wow. Close.
And the runners will advance. So Sturt now, runner on first, runner on second. Wilson Lee starting to approach the triple figures for the pitch count.
Yeah, and again, now this is now a big part of the game here. Number 9 hitter up. Simo came up with a big hit last night. I think it was a triple into right field and changed some of the momentum of the game. And Wilson will be looking to try and get a double play ball.
Also with runners at first and second, less than 2 out, infield fly situations in effect.
In there for a strike. Simon Atkins for the Sturt Saints, and on the mound for Henley Grange, Wilson Lee. Checks the runner at second. Just outside for a ball. One big swing and got a 4-run lead there. Gets a piece of that to right field though.
That's getting awfully close to where my car is parked.
That's that Bentley I can see over there, or?
No, not quite. But it is new to me. It's my new toy, so I'm keeping track of who's hitting near it.
Those that do visit West Beach Dicolour Australia Stadium, I advise do park a little bit further away. Foul balls do travel the distance, especially when our beloved Adelaide Giants are in town. Nice pitch. He is gone. Clock up another K for Wilson Lee.
So, fun fact, that's a check swing appeal. That's when the plate umpire either couldn't see it or the catcher asked. Basically, the catcher asked you to go and check with the base umpire. We'll see here. Yeah, clearly went. But if you look in the rule book, there is actually no definition for what a swing is. So, people say things about, to break the wrist, to cross the front edge of the plate, you can see the end of the bat. Those are all guidelines you can use, but it comes down to basically, do you reckon? I reckon he did. It's really vague, which does put some pressure on the umpires to try and justify then why they're calling it.
Some well-timed encouragement from our softball fans as one goes foul.
Yeah, Harry just missed that one. It was a good swing. Put a good swing on it.
See it on his face. He knew it. Harry Nucky here. The Sturt Saints. Again, lots of support in the stands for him. That one's got away a bit. Runners will advance. So now Sturt have 2 runners in scoring positions.
Jared, you will be pleased. I just got a message through from Tom Bryce, who's listening, and he loves it when you speak the Japanese, mate. So he's giving you the thumbs up.
Tom Bryce さん、ありがとうございます。じゃあこれから全部の放送は日本語でやっていきたいと思いますけれども、I might do the rest in English.
Yeah, that's fine. No, well done. Thank you. Shout out to Brycey.
And of course, great relationship bringing Australia and Japan together. Obviously, great all around Australia. The teams having some professional teams associations. Of course, here with the Adelaide Giants, the Tokyo Yomiuri Giants. So, great way to bring people together, sport.
Absolutely.
And of course, the WBC team, the Team Australia, gee, they get a warm welcome when they visit Japan, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely love it.
It's coming around the corner next year. Tell you what, get your green and gold ready. Bit of a meeting here with the umpires. So what are they talking about there, do you reckon, Paul?
I don't know. I didn't see the lead up to it.
We'll see if there's anything up here on the replay screen.
I think they're checking the count.
Yep. And is that more of a Ockel safety, the count there, obviously, or what's the definition? Obviously, different rules to protect the pitcher's arms and mechanics.
In terms of what the count, the pitch count.
There is a count, like 150 or whatever you're saying.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely done to protect pitcher's arms, and there's a fair bit of science that's gone into that over the years, and in terms of days of rest and level of pitch counts. So.
Because I've noticed, interesting, the Japanese pitchers that visited had different counts to the pitchers from the Phillies. So I think even within the different leagues, different counts. And you can say there.
Yeah, I think that was just a meeting. Wilson wanting to just get a confirmation of what the count was, which is 2-1. So Blake just went over and triple checked with the scorer. So
and the runner's going to come back. There's going to be a play at the plate. He is safe.
Great call.
Number 3 has bringing back number 3 run for Sturt Saints. Just got away from the catcher there.
I'll tell you what, this replay is going to be pretty good. It almost looked like coming in, the runner kind of almost hesitated right at the end there.
Just missed him.
Just
and
missed
Macbeth
dived it under.
Yeah.
Slides in to give the Sturt Saints now a 2-run lead. Right position there for the umpire. And look at that dugout, they're excited. The boys in light blue. Great catch there. Nice call early from Jet. That'll finish the innings there. So Sturt do stretch the lead to a 2-run lead. It's 3-1 ball game.
Very good catching from Jet there. Good good catch under pressure, technically correct, turned around, threw the mask away, great catch.
So we've got Henley Grange, the Rams, coming up to bat next. Let's see what they can do, get some more runs on the board. We'll be back very shortly here in South Australia's beautiful West Beach. We are back here on a lovely evening at Colour Australia Stadium. Sturt Saints taking on the Henley Grange Rams. 3-1 is the lead, and Tony, we've just seen a bit of action in the bullpen, you've noticed.
A little bit of activity down in the Henley Grange end, and I guess with the pitch counts now getting over 100 for Wilson, now it'll be a game of strategy from here, and see who's got the deepest pitching staff.
There we are, cut to the bullpen. As used by our beautiful Adelaide Giants. Of course, home of the Adelaide Giants here. Colour Australia Stadium. And of course, Wilson Lee, the batter. Some support coming from him from the softball diamond. Another great game going on, called by Eric Bolner. I'm stepping in very big shoes to fill, I'll tell you what. As I mentioned yesterday, though, I've seen lots of photos of him at WOMAD, and he wasn't wearing too many shoes there. So
I can say he's only about a size 8, isn't he?
Big shout out to the voice of baseball, Eric. Good check swing.
Run that down to the boundary for 4.
Yeah. Rolled the wrists all the way to the boundary.
Interesting, I think Wilson Lee is operating under the Otani rule tonight, so he's DHing for himself. So it'll be interesting to see if they do a pitch change, if they'll keep him batting as a DH from the bench, or if they put him in the field somewhere.
I have to get his rookie card and put them together with my Otani rookie cards I've got at home. That is a cold strike, though. The Sturt fans love it.
Just tickled the outside edge, that one.
And Damon Arnold racks up another K.
Yeah, that just painted the outside edge, I think. It's didn't see who was in the pen. Was it Pardo? Was Jack warming up? I didn't actually see who was warming up down there.
I tell you what, these old eyes could not see
Lou
that.
Helmig to centre field. Right to Harry Nucky.
That was the first pitch, fly out to centre there.
2 up, 2 down. Straight as a die.
Let's bring up Koki, is it?
Koki Yonezawa. Just a warning for those viewing, there may or may not contain some Japanese.
That
in the
looks
next
like,
play.
I'm just looking at the camera there, looks like it is Pardo.
Yeah, did look a bit like it.
And we'll leave this commentary to Jared.
Koki Yonezawa watches the first for an outside. A lot of support. でお客さん皆様がコキコキと呼んでます。頑張ってほしいです。1-1 the count. 2-0 the count.
No, I'm going with 1-1.
1-1. Gets a piece. Foul. So 2 out, 1 and 2. The count. Bottom of the 6. 6回の裏でございます。南オーストラリアのアデレードのゲーム。Great catching there. Macbeth blocks that one. Sturt 3, Henley Grange 1.
It's a game of tactics the back end of this game, because you don't want to. You got to be careful about going to game 3. You got to leave some arms in the shed, and then who's got to close out this game?
Big swing, but thrown out at first. 残念ながら今回米沢さんアウトでした。So that ends the innings there. Still Sturt with a 3-1 lead. They'll go into bat next, as the Rams will take the field shortly. We'll be back shortly at Dicolour Australia Stadium. Welcome back here to Dicolour Australia Stadium. We have a new pitcher on the mound for the Henley Grange Rams. Number 24, Jack Partington. The left-hander. Have you seen him pitch much, Tony?
A little bit. He's been pretty steady again. Obviously not his...
Good contact there. That's Wilson Lee making some ground. He's doing everything tonight, Wilson.
Yeah, he's had to go out in the outfield. I think that might be because Lou's hamstring. He doesn't look like he's moving too well at first base, and I don't think they want to send him back out to the outfield, and so they've would have preferred to put Wilson back to first base, but given that Lou's probably on one leg by the look of it, I think Wilson's had to go to right field.
So the big lefty on the mound will be pitching to Mitch Lightbody. So 1-2 the count. Top of the 7th here in the Div 1 Game 2 in this best of 3 championship series. Of course, Sturt took the game yesterday. Henley Grange hoping to keep the series alive. The Saints. As Tony next to me jiggles his legs around, he's getting excited.
Yeah.
He wants to see a
I don't know
cup
whether
tonight.
it's cold or excited, Jared, but...
Might be the random Japanese words just sending all over the place.
Just a little note, that one looked like it may have got jet slightly delicately, so just a little bit of game management there from the umpires. You know, if you're the umpire behind the catch, you and the catch have a good relationship through the game. You rely on him to block the ball and save you from getting hit for anything. So if you see the catch has taken one, needs a second to recover, you just walk out the pitch to give him the ball, just give the catcher a few seconds to catch up. And same thing, if you're a catcher and the umpire's behind you and one gets through and the umpire wears it, just, you know, generally say, I'll let you catch up, catch your breath. Give him a couple of seconds just to reset before you keep going again. Just that sort of back and forth respect, just help each other out through the game.
Yeah, it's great to see that camaraderie on the diamond, and then relaxed chat and beers after the game. Or lemonades or waters in our case.
Good at bat here from Mitchie, battling hard. It's just a slightly lower arm angle from Pardo as compared to Wilson, so it will take a little bit of getting used to for the Saints lineup.
As Tony tries to take my vodka. Now on the water here at beautiful West Beach. 3-2, full count here for Mitch Longbody. To right field, it will go foul. Slightly longer, his knee held in the air, that pitch. Did you notice that at all? Or
Yeah.
the pace for the batter?
Yeah, it's, I don't know how many pitches again. It's just a great at-bat, lead-off at-bat from Mitch. Exactly doing his job here as the lead-off.
Almost a bit of shorter Imanaga holding the leg up there, I thought for a second. Low in there, great at bat. He's really earned that walk. Sturt, runner on first now.
He's had a good little night. He's putting together a good night, Mitch. I think he's been on base, I reckon, 3 of the 4 times tonight.
Which brings up the big fella, Mr. T. Terrell Joyce at the plate. I'm expecting to have the big gold chains with Mr. T nickname.
Might be underneath the Saints outfit.
Big swing. Strike one.
I think he liked that one.
They've got one. They've got 2. Great work there from Henley Grange defence. The crowd love it.
Turning a great 5-4-3 double play there.
Liam Ball once again really solid on the hot corner. Fires one to second, over to first. Look out, scouts.
Yeah, Liam, that was hit pretty hard. Did a great job moving to his left and turned the corner really well.
Great work at second there from Jordan Hodges as well. So just like that, 2 out. Geordie McArdle at the plate. I do enjoy seeing Jordan on those trams that go around the city.
With his picture on the side of them.
The poster boy for the Adelaide Giants. A great role model for all the kids that are watching out there. So we've got lefty versus lefty. Deep breath from the captain. What can Jordan McArdle arrange here? Takes one for a strike. Definitely the feel of the State of Origin match here with the Blues and the Maroons. Inside. That might have just missed him. Three and one. 2 out, top of the 7th. Dicolour Australia Stadium. Another well-earned walk.
No, that was
No. I should have waited for the umpire's call there, Paul. Much like Geordie, I got a bit excited myself. I apologise.
It's okay. On behalf of the umpires, I will forgive you, and we'll move on.
Sounds like I need a beginning umpiring course, which I'm sure if I check Baseball SA website, they'll have some links in the right direction.
Yes, maybe.
Great contact. It is down. It is in. And you can hear by the crowd. They know they've got the captain on first.
You know what, I always say if you think you've been hard done by a call or something happening like that, like you think you should have got a walk last pitch, the baseball gods, if they agree with you, they will shine upon you. And maybe not that particular game, maybe not that particular pitch, but eventually, by the end of your career, they will have evened everything up for you.
I hope you're not trying to keep track of that.
That's not what you write down in your little black books, you umpires. Look out. Simon Bormer up to bat. So Sturt, runner on first, 2 out. They do have a 2-run lead here in the 7th. It is slowly getting towards the pointy end of the match and the championship. Of course, the best of a 3-game series. Those just joining us, the Sturt Saints did take the win yesterday, 7-1. It was a lot closer than the score suggested. So Henley Grange looking to keep the series alive. Sturt Saints looking to close it out tonight. This one's head up to left. Foul. Good hustle there from Phil Acosta, but foul.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, everything gets magnified. Every little inch, every little call.
It's the 1% you're looking for here.
Yeah, everything matters.
That one just drifted, landed in the warning track over there. Interesting thing about this field here at West Beach, the left field corner, the fair foul line is on the grass with about a foot or so to the side of it. The right field line is on the warning track, just the way the grass is cut here. Just an interesting fact for anyone who's perhaps a bit of a lawn nerd. Dads and their lawns.
I fit into that category, Paul. I do like my lawn, and my wife and my family are listening. They know how nerdy I am about my lawn.
Have you got the irrigation in?
Hit there to the right side. Another runner on board for the Sturt Saints.
That is an example of the difference of this ground as well. This is, we've got the dirt skin on the infield, whereas no other diamond in the Adelaide club ball scene has that. So, you play all through the season on grass. You expect a certain kind of a hop, and then sometimes, on the dirt here, it hits a smooth spot, hits a rough spot, whatever. It just moves slightly different to what you're expecting it to do. Well done for not actually letting that one get too far out of the way of him. He managed to get that in and kept it to a single.
And the strike there for JBR. And would the players have trained a little bit before the series here, Tony? Or how much
they may have been given access to it this week, to train on it this week.
Big swing.
But that would have been it. Again, it's the players that probably are in some of the high performance academies, or the Giants players that get down here that are training down here. They get a bit of an advantage.
Also, during the regular season, we had I think 6 or 7 club days where half of the clubs
JBR sends one to right field. It's going to drop. That's going to send the Saints. They'll come marching in.
I believe it's ground rule double. It's gone out of play. So ground rule double, I believe, will be runners held at second and third.
Ground rule double is the rule.
JBR, big moments. He's was last year.
Looks like there could be a player down as well.
Yeah, I think he's
going to the fence.
Yeah, I hope he's okay.
And that's Wilson Lee there at right field as well.
Coming up gingerly.
Have a look at that replay. He's just gone into the fence.
Was that his knee onto the post, or was it?
Not sure it's ankle or knee, but you hate to see that, don't you?
Yeah, I hope he's okay.
He really has. He's done everything for them tonight. He's hit. He's pitched. Now taking the outfield. Good to see the teammates around him. He looks like he's hobbling back on.
Up and about.
Built of tough stuff. Number 12, Wilson Lee.
Yeah, one of the quirks of this ground, because you've got that really narrow corner in both the outfields, it can get dangerous there. The warning track's there, but that's not enough time to actually pull up and stop in time before the fence. And this is, this game is, it's club ball, but it is do or die for Henley and Grange. They're needing to put in every effort here. So, yeah, he's going to put his body on the line to a degree there and try and get that catch. Didn't quite get there. It's just one of the quirks of the field. Hello to Bronny, one of my favourite Div 1 scorers down at Southern District. She's been feeding me little comments and things to say. So she's messaging me now. Hi, Bronny. Thanks for the inspiration.
And Tony said he's going to start speaking French for you, Bronny, shortly. So I look forward to that.
Ooh la la.
Not sure about that, Bronny. Leave that to Paul.
Maybe German. We've got some German players out there. Here we go. All right. Into play. Fired over. 肩が強いですね、米澤選手、素晴らしい。That cannon to first base will close the inning. We see here on the replay. Nice and solid today in the shortstop there. Waits for the runner to pass. Calm, collected. Strike to the mitt.
Would have been nearly interference, I reckon, Paul, in the end there, but any guy made the play anyway, so it didn't matter.
I'll tell you what, he just didn't flinch there, no. Corky. Very nice play there. So we'll be back shortly. Sturt now up 4-1. They do have a 3-run lead here at Dicolour Australia Stadium. Stay right there. We'll be back very shortly. Welcome back to Dicolour Australia Stadium. The Sturt Saints are in the field. Henley and Grange, Rams up to bat. Here in the Div 1 Game 2 of this Championship Series. Best of 3. Of course, Sturt winning yesterday's game. Looking to take the series and championship tonight. Henley and Grange looking to extend it to an afternoon game tomorrow. Great pitch there from Damon Arnold, still on the mound, still looking strong there, Tony.
He's going well, he's certainly well over into the triple digits with his pitching count at the moment, so Sturt will be on red alert in terms of not letting him get into too much trouble here and having a couple of arms in the bullpen ready to go to help him out.
Looks like Pat Inglis there for the Henley and Grange. Just gets away from Macbeth. 1 and 2.
There's the women's grand final tomorrow before the men's game 3 if it goes ahead.
2 really exciting days. We had a full day of baseball here and softball going on as well, and more tomorrow. So if you are a fan of baseball, definitely come on down to West Beach.
I'm pretty sure it's Sturt versus Woodville in the women's grand final tomorrow.
Correct, and I will be here. I'll be out there officiating at first base.
So if you do have a baseball and you do want it signed, go see the first base umpire. Paul van der Goff will be signing autographs.
Also open for any selfies or even first dates.
Tony's looking for selfies as well as he just adjusts his hair nicely. So
wow.
Make sure you get a photo of him too.
Yeah. Good luck. I look forward to hearing how that goes tomorrow, Paul.
Hasn't worked so far.
And of course, make sure you tag Baseball SA in when you get your ball signed by Paul. 2-2 the count. Great movement on that pitch, just outside though. Full count, bottom of the 7th.
Big pitch here. Doesn't want to get the lead, put the lead off on.
Still no action in the Sturt bullpen from the looks of things, so they're backing Damon to keep going.
It's tough. Shot it down. He's safe at first. Henley and Grange, they're not done yet.
Great hustle from Paddy there, running it all the way out the line. But great pick up and throw as well. Made it a real close one. Absolutely the right call there.
As they say to all the young baseball fans, always run flat out to first. Run through the base. You never know what's going to happen. The bounce could favour you.
Yeah, not much more Damo could have done there. He made a pretty good throw.
Great stretch at first as well. Nothing could have been done, really. Piece of that. Foul. So Jordan Hodges, number 16. As Damon's pitch count continues to climb, maybe still no movement, so we'll keep an eye on that though. As the two number 16s face off yet again. Sent to right. And that's swallowed up by Simon Atkins. 1 out.
Makes a huge difference to the momentum, 2 on none out versus 1 on 1 out.
Yeah, now Damo just needs to make a good pitch and the inning's over. Double play ball here, so that's what he'll be thinking, particularly to keep his pitch count down. And the Jet's thinking exactly the opposite.
Jet comes up to bat.
I'm always impressed about his Blake's arm, throwing it back to the pitcher. He's pretty consistent, Blake.
He's had a lot of practice, but yes, he does make some of the rest of us look a bit ordinary with our moonshots and hoping it gets there on the full.
How often do umpires play catch ball?
Yeah, next question.
Sends one out to left.
Easy as you like, T.
Mr. T. 2 out.
Good comeback from Damo.
He's just sticking to his guns, isn't he? He's not stressing, just going through the paces and keeping locked in.
I'm not sure if he does get stressed, old Damo, but I'm sure he does at different points. But at the moment, he's certainly not showing it.
Wouldn't want to play poker with him.
No.
So it looks like Phil Acosta. So 2 out here. Still the runner on first for Henley Grange. Gets a piece of that. It's through. The runner at second is going to go to third. Runners on the corners. Phil has filled the fans with hope. Thank you for the symbols there, Paul. I'll also accept eye rolls as well. Just through the hole there.
So that prompts a mound visit now from Matt Williams coming out. I've got to say, chasing that down second base, that was quite a hard sprint there. But also to, I think, Paddy rounding and getting to third on that, pushing the advantage. They are looking to get in.
Good take from Geordie as well.
Yeah.
Off the ground, Air Jordan.
Yeah.
I like it.
There you go. Yes, it was a bit high. But yeah, Mitchie showed great hustle in getting over there, but so did Paddy Inglis. Great wheels. Turn this into an interesting innings right here. Good, another big moment.
Well, the hit over the fence ties it up, gentlemen.
Yeah, well, it's top of the lineup, I think. Pardo back up, so big moment in the game.
Jack Partington stepping up to the plate for the Henley and Grange Rams. Runners at the corners. We have 2 out here in the bottom of the 7th. The light blue of the Sturt Saints, they're up 4-1. It's a great game of baseball. Sends it to Jordan. McArdle fires it across to first. Thank you, Captain. He says to Captain Jack, there can be only one captain here.
That's a real leadership play there, picking it like that, getting the ball out of his hands nice and quick. And great shout out to first base pick there. You look at this, off the dirt, no panic, just gets it, holds it, and the umpire there checking to make sure he stayed on the base as well.
Great work there from McArdle. Great work there from the defence of the Saints.
Great work there from the commentators.
Oh, and I'll say great work a few more times. Great work.
Great work.
Great work all round. And we're going to go to a break so we can continue our speaking of great work. Welcome back to Dicolour Australia Stadium for our Div 1 Game 2 in this Championship Series. Sturt Saints taking on the Henley Grange Rams. First pitch outside for a ball. On the mound for Henley Grange we have number 24, Jack Partington. In the batter's box we have number 41, Zach Altamura. So we've had some reconnaissance mission. Paul, what can you tell us?
Defensive change for Henley Grange. They've brought in Luke Travascus for Wilson Lee with that little collision over there, and then they've done a 7-9-9-7 swap. So Travascus is in left field, and I think it's Acosta's gone to right field.
Excellent. Thank you very much for that update there, Paul.
I've got to stop running up those stairs.
Catch your breath, Paul.
I like the Rocky pose at the end of the stairs, though, mate.
Adrian.
Rocky, I'll start calling you Sasaki. That's Rocky again.
We just had a softball come through the grandstand before. It's a stray foul ball, as you were mentioning earlier.
A lot of excitement here. A lot of ball sports going on. The Diamond Sports live and well here in Adelaide, South Australia. Check swing. Heads up if you've got a snag.
No, that was on the barbie.
Chuck another foul ball on the barbie.
Not sure that works, but Jack's fought the way back into this count now, 3-2.
He's earned that walk now. Good at bat there from Altamura.
Yeah, that one just didn't quite come back enough to touch the players that went by.
They were not prepared to wait for the umpire to call it, though, Paul. He's pretty confident.
He didn't learn from 2 pitches ago, did he?
I did see you give him the look. Be noted, young baseball fans in Adelaide, wait for umpires' calls. Shows bunt.
Oh, that's a nice one. Right down the line, and it stays fair. But they get the out. Sack bunt works.
Beautiful textbook bunt there. Almost made it to first, but straight out of the textbook there, Tony.
Yeah, great. Great bunt. Simo is a very good at executing the bunt, but I will give full credit to Jack. That's a tough play to make, and did it very, very well. So Sturt shift the runner over and put him in a scoring position for the top of the lineup with Harry up to bat now.
So 1 out, scoring runner position for the Sturt Saints. Nice, bit of a whip arm action there. Starting to really channel that Randy Johnson now. Hopefully there's no low flying magpies in the area. They should be probably in bed, hopefully celebrating Port Adelaide Football Club's win. 1-1 the count. Shout out to Kim Ashburn, a big Port Adelaide football fan.
Just missing there with Jack. Harry, very good eye. Probably one of the best eyes in the Sturt lineup.
Gets a good piece, but it is going foul. So, nice vocal crowd here. Some real true baseball fans. Again, we have families, we have children, all sorts of great baseball fans. The community's here to cheer on the Div 1 Championship Series as one goes foul. The crowd behind the net there.
Flinching. They flinched.
Great. First, second slip.
Reflexes like a geriatric cat. I think it's really good down here at Diamond Sports because you've got the softball and baseball. There are quite a few players who cross both, playing both. There's some softball players who play women's leagues of various divisions. And also a few pairings as this one goes out to left field. Looks like Luke Travasca's settling under it. Takes a nice easy one, holds the runner.
Nice catch there. I did notice just before a plane landing from right field to left field, so that might mean that the wings change direction again. So the wind must be going from left to right if aeronautical engineers still go by the same rules.
It's still not much in it though, not much breeze to speak of now.
Definitely died down since the game started. So up to bat, Mitch Lightbody.
Yeah, he's been running hot tonight. Can he keep it going? Big moment in the game again, and Mitchie could really have himself a big night here tonight.
And one more run on the board. Once you get that 4+ run lead, it kind of adds a different dynamic, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Every run matters here. Mitchie could have himself a big night.
Jack looking good on the mount. Two and one the count. So a runner on second. 2 out here in the top of the 8th. Game 2 of this best of 3 Div 1 series. Just missed it. 3 and 1.
There's a good tip for young catchers there. You'll notice the senior grade catchers, if they think it's there, they'll stick it for a second, but they won't hold it there. If the umpire's made his decision, he's not going to change it. And if you know as a catcher that it's just outside, don't drag it. Don't drag it every time. They won't see it. Now, there's another example of maybe not waiting for an umpire's decision to be made.
I've seen a bit of that tonight.
I mean, we're in the 7th inning and the lessons have not been passed along, possibly. But you can see now, like, the boys are chatting there, they're having a smile. Yeah, he's going, yeah, sorry about that, it's my fault. All good. Never any animosity in it.
Full count. Gets a piece. If there was no net, that would have been yours, Paul.
I'm ready. Primed and ready.
So good at bat here. Again, Mitch Lightbody working the count, although Jack's reasonably economical. Obviously coming in for a couple of innings thus far. Checks a runner. Some contact to the hot corner. Liam Ball. Solid once again. Gets the out there. Koike gives him a tap on the back. And that'll do it for that inning for the Sturt Saints. So once again, great read from Liam Ball.
Yeah, he had a couple of iffy moments, some bad bounces early on, but he's come back strong in the last 6 or 7 innings and he's making some great plays.
Looks like Damon's coming back out for another round.
Excellent.
Still no action in the Sturt bullpen, so they're definitely backing him for at least 1 or 2 outs this inning. I think pitch count might be starting to become a worry. He's not close to the limit for the weekend, but just in terms of player management, you want to make sure, yes, it's the last game of this season, but you'd hate to do an injury in this kind of situation.
Definitely. All right, we will be right back very shortly. As the umpires gather, they may be chatting about that very fact that Paul mentioned. We'll be back shortly here at Dye-Colour Australia Stadium. Welcome back to Dicolour Australia Stadium. Here in our Div 1 Game 2 between our Sturt Saints, our Henley Grange Rams. I am Jared Hoare, and I'm joined by Tony Catt and Paul Vanderkoff as the first pitch is in there for a strike. So the 8th inning here. The Rams looking to really work down that 3-run lead, getting towards the pointy end of the game.
Game is flying by.
It is flying by, yes. Straight through to left field. Great hit there. Nice and safe at first. Liam Bull, he's done it with the glove. He's done it with the bat. He's having a good night.
And on contact there, straight to the box. He was full pelt, ready for looking for the second, looking to extend it if he could. That's what they need to do right now.
That's exactly what they needed the lead off on. And although the 3-run lead takes away any probably bunt and small ball opportunities, they're just going to have to probably come up and swing the bats. But great start for Henley Grange getting that lead off on.
So up to bat, we have number 18, which I believe was the replacement. That must be Luke Travascus.
Yep.
With obviously, unfortunately, Wilson Lee off the field. We wish he's all good. Hopefully ready for a potential Game 3 tomorrow. 1-1 the count. Do not adjust your sets. That is not Glenn Maxwell pitching on the mound for the Sturt Saints.
And you will die on that hill, won't you?
It is Damon Arnold, and he's doing a great job. Well and truly into the 8th inning. Nice vocal crowd here. A lot of baseball fans here in South Australia loving the game tonight, much like they did last night. 2 great nights of baseball. Really good time to be a baseball fan in Australia. As Damon Arnold gets another K. Cool, calm, collected. He's just found his rhythm tonight, Tony.
Yeah, this is really gutsy from Damo to get into this sort of pitch count in this sort of stage of a big game. Big at bat here. Lou's dangerous.
So we've got the big fella, Lou Helmick. Outside for a ball as a plane soars above us. Is it going to Deutschland? Only Adelaide Airport website can tell you that. 1-0 the count. Great eyes there.
And did well to lay off that pitch.
Yeah. 2-0. Bottom of the 8th. Henley and Grange with a runner at first. Lovely painting out there.
I can tell all of our eager viewers, they want to know that it was, of course, the Qatar flight flying to Melbourne before heading over to Doha in the morning. Ronnie, that was just for you, that little update.
Excellent. We can get some wind speed later, or no? Thank you very much for those updates, and we do love all the interactions, and do get involved with all the social media on Baseball SA, Baseball Australia, Team Australia, and of course our Adelaide Giants. Lots happening in the world of baseball, and of course those that do know the voice of baseball, Eric Boulder, his podcast, the Australian Baseball News, is a great weekly, I believe, update of all the news happening around Australia and the Australian players abroad. And as we discussed earlier, Adelaide's own Curtis Mead has been named on the opening roster for the Tampa Bay Rays. How good is that?
Yeah, I think what he said today was something along the lines of basically he didn't give him a choice. They had to pick him. He hit so well in the pre-season, it was phenomenal, and he put up some amazing numbers. So all the best to Curtis.
To see the Australian flag up there at the top of the batting averages, and as he smokes one straight. Nicely taken there. Zach Altamura. Tell you what, yesterday was solid. Tonight, once again, really good.
Again, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do is catch balls like that. It's hard hit straight at him. Did a great job.
All right, looks even with that out, I think that's 2 outs they've got for the inning, but they're coming out for a chat to Damon. Might be making a change here. done a great job for them for the game, going through to the 8th.
Listen to the applause. He's done really well on the mound there. Damon Arnold for the Sturt Saints. He's put them in a great position tonight there, Tony.
Yeah, you've just got to tip your cap to Damo tonight. Been fantastic. And, it's just he's mixed his speeds, been great on locating, kept them off balance tonight, the hitters, and he's just should be very, very proud of that performance tonight. Can the Saints close it out? Will be now Mitch Lightbody, I think, is taking the hill as his replacement.
Beautiful. So have you seen Mitch pitch much?
Yeah, got a bit of throws it pretty firm, bit of a slingy action. He got a bit of movement on his slider. Doesn't throw a lot of innings throughout the year, but he does enough.
Excellent. So number 35, Mitch Lightbody on the mound. And who's replaced him at second there?
Blake Farr's come into the game. Blake, who caught, I want to say, last night.
Yep.
Blake's come in to play a bit of second base.
So really diverse utility players.
Yeah, well, and Blake's been a great addition back to Sturt over the last couple of years, and really good bat in the lineup, and as you say, a bit of versatility, give him a bit of versatility in the field, and which has been very welcomed.
So coming up to bat for Henley Grange does look like it's going to be Corky Yonizawa. So a pivotal point in the game, really. But every moment's pivotal in baseball, isn't it? Your eyes are going to hurt you boys from rolling your eyes at my comments. And that is why I don't watch my replays. But all I can say is I'm a baseball fan and I love having some knowledgeable friends amongst me. So thank you very much for joining me tonight, Paul and Tony. As Corky sends one foul to start with to left field.
Looks like may have just been a slight cross-up in the signals there, so they'll clarify that. That will count as one of the visits. Of course, there is a visit limit in baseball, reduced from 5 free visits to 4 free visits a couple of years ago by Major League. And basically you get 4 free visits to the mound, but that's by anybody, not just the manager. So if you make a change, it doesn't count. Pitching change won't count towards your visits, but this will count as a visit by the catcher. So that means the team only has, I'm guessing, just signaling that's 2 visits, I think. So they've got 2 freebies left.
And that's obviously just to keep the game flowing.
Yeah,
Yep.
Minimises the time wasting and all that kind of thing.
Tell you what, people's attention spans are getting shorter and shorter.
Yeah. What? Huh? Oh.
So Mitch Lightbody to Yonizawa. That's a strike. The count now.
2 strikes.
Did go right as an umpire. 0-2 the count. 2 out. Bottom of the 8th. Yonizawa sends 1 foul. A lot of support for Corky in the crowd. Feel the tension here at West Beach. Big swing! Mitch Lightbody. Big strike out there. Big out. That'll end the inning there for Henley Grange.
Yeah, Mitchie, that's a really big moment. Came in, did his job. Well done, Mitch.
So this ball game has potentially 1 inning left. We're going to head into the 9th inning, friends. Stay tuned, stay refreshed. We'll be back at West Beach, South Australia, very shortly. Welcome back to Dicolour Australia Stadium here at West Beach, beautiful South Australia. We're entering the 9th inning of our Div 1 final for our men's game 2 between Sturt and Henley Grange. They're in there for a strike. On the mound, we have Jack Partington. In the batter box for Sturt, Mr. T, Terrell Joyce. And fundamentally, obviously, it's a very big inning coming in here, gentlemen.
Yes, it is. That is obvious at this stage that it is a big innings. And yeah, Jack doing a good job. Got ahead in the count. Getting that first strike across, and Terrell's eyes seemingly lit up there. But unfortunately, I think poor Jet Clohessie's copped one somewhere.
Fundamental.
Somewhere fundamental, yeah.
As I had a call with Phil, shout out to Phil if he's watching, and we had the frog going across, and I think my call was right in the frog cakes.
Ooh.
Shout out to Balfour's, official sponsors of the Adelaide Giants. 0-2 the count. Up and foul.
Landing just next to the Portaloo down there.
And someone's come out right in time.
That'd be a rude awakening if you were in the middle of your perspective.
Get a free ball.
Big swing. And Jack sends down Mr. T. Another K for Jack. First out for Sturt.
Exactly what Henley want. They want to sit Sturt down quickly and get in that batter's box and see what they can do.
But not an easy man to sit down.
No, the captain here.
Jordan McArdle. Can he extend the lead here for Sturt?
Oh. I think that won't make it onto the Partington highlight reel. That was just a bit unfortunate. Probably the throw a little bit softer than expected, a bit higher. Yeah, I think a flatter throw there might have helped. And then as soon as that first bobble happens, you have to try and avoid the panic. It's just human nature. You can't do much about that. It's bad luck for Jack. That was...
So the challenge now to regroup.
It starts with a strike on the next pitch there, so...
And it is every position, but especially the pitch, it really is a mental game, isn't it? Just needs to take each pitch at a time and just lock in here.
Yep, and just try and forget what happened then.
Yeah, I think that Lou flipped that one over because he, as I said, he's not moving so well and probably could have played it himself, to be honest, if he had both his legs under him. But Jack hustled over it to help his mate out and just couldn't quite execute the play.
Yeah, so that was a check swing appeal. It was confirmed as a strike, so it's 2 strikes, I believe. And that's 3.
That's a beautiful comeback. Great pitch there. Jack Partington. He's taking a breath. He's got a K. He's back on track.
Yeah, good response from Jack. It's very easy just to get a bit down in your mouth after a play like that, but 3 pitches, beautiful.
He's got that big sweeping action as well as the ball's cutting across.
The lefties. It's not ideal for him.
Up to bat here we have
Blake Farr, first at bat for tonight. Had a great season with the bat. You can see what he can do here.
Takes up one for a ball. So Blake Farr looking to add to the board. Jack and Henley, of course, want to shut them down. Great pitch. The crowd really getting behind him. They know the importance of here in the 9th inning at Dicolour Australia Stadium. big swing. There we go. There's the out of first. Cool, calm, collected. 3 runs to get. Henley Grange are going to go into the dugout. They're going to dig deep. We're going to come back and see if they can chase down these 3 runs in this game 2 of this Div 1 final series. We'll be back shortly here at West Beach, South Australia. Baseball fans, we are back here for the bottom of the 9th at Dicolour Australia Stadium. In the field, the Sturt Saints. They are 3 outs away from a championship win. Henley and Grange, well, they're not done yet. They're going to try and get those 3 runs back. What are we in for here? Inside for a ball.
Paddy English leading off, I think. Yep.
So obviously not playing yesterday. He's nice and rested. He's ready to rock and roll. Big swing.
Really wears his heart on his sleeve, does Paddy. He's all about the passion.
1-1. The dogs are getting excited here at West Beach. Even though it's not Bark in the Park, we're all here to enjoy baseball.
I really wish Spacequake Sports cameraman on the first base side was wearing some kind of helmet, because it's the danger zone.
Big shout out to Spacequake Sports bringing us these beautiful images. And of course, their very first broadcast, in fact. Big swing, we'll get back to that later, because that is the first out for Sturt there.
Mitchie brought the gas, just blew it by him. Big out from the Saints. That first one's always, well, all 3 of them are tough, but the first one is pretty big.
And I heard earlier the Spacequake Sports first ever sports streaming broadcast. As this one goes into third, Geordie McArdle, the first. 1 out away. So 8 years ago, it was a baseball Division 1 Grand Final. Streaming was the first ever streaming done by the great people at Spacequake Sports. Since then, they have been streaming every championship moment over the last 8 years. And are we about to witness another one here? Baseball SA staff are on the edge of their seats. The fans are excited. But at the plate, Jet. Henley and Grange aren't done yet.
It ain't over till it's over. Always a chance.
Watches one inside.
I'll tell you what, it's not just the players who feel the pressure here, but the umpires. You know, everyone's looking at every single pitch, every single decision. Umpires are locking in, focusing as well.
Nicely taken there. So the Sturt Saints now 1 out away from this Division 1 championship. That's That's sent foul.
Very quiet.
It was eerily quiet. You could hear the exact part of the bat that hit.
A little too quiet.
Even the dogs in the crowd were quiet.
Fun fact about the dogs, one's a Great Dane called Monty, the other's a Cavalier called Monty.
Shout out to the Monties. Sturt, Henley Grange. Outside, great at bat.
That's twos.
Shout out to Richie Benno. 2 out, bottom of the 9th, here at Dicolour Australia Stadium. That is it!
Wow.
With that pitch, the Saints come marching in to celebrate their Division 1 championship win here at Dicolour Australia Stadium. A solid performance here today and yesterday. Tony,
wow,
what are the emotions going through you?
Yeah, like just proud of that bunch. It's back-to-back, first time in Sturt history, back-to-back grand final win, and congratulations to all the players and the coaches and all the support staff. It's been amazing.
Really is a whole community that brings the team together to a position, a championship like this. And Paul, 2 great days of baseball, and Sturt have wrapped it up.
And it's not even over yet. We've got tomorrow, Women's Division 1. That's kicking off, I think, around... Oh, should I check the schedule? Check the Baseball SA Facebook page. They'll tell you exactly what time it is. I will be here, hopefully, before it starts. I'll be at first base. We've got Paul Souter will be working along with Sean Bourne and myself, so we'll be doing that game. Get down here, one last touch of summer baseball before it all goes away. And, of course, during the off-season, there are still baseball opportunities. There's winter leagues, there's the Adelaide Winter Ball competition, there's Bulls baseball, there's Surrey Downs Winter baseball, there's lots of games and teams you get involved in. If you're looking to just get involved, maybe learn the game, this is your chance to do it. Get ready for next summer.
Definitely a great place of diamond sports here down at Dicolour Australia Stadium. We've had baseball, we've had softball, but look at the boys in light blue celebrate. They are our Division 1 Baseball SA 2024-25 champions. They've taken this 3-game series into yesterday 7-1, today 4-1. Henley Grange, great side effort as well, all round, Tony.
Absolutely, just Wilson Lee, phenomenal performance. Just couldn't quite get that key hit at the key moment, and full credit back to Damo and Mitchie closing the game out, keeping Henley Grange to 1 run again. But both sides, great couple of games, and well done to both clubs.
So thank you very much for joining us here on YouTube. Thanks to Sports. We've had Space Quakes Sports with all of these images here, and I'm sure there'll be great celebratory photos all off Facebook, Instagram. Do check, do comment. If you've enjoyed the telecast, let us know. If you want to see more baseball, do keep your eyes, as Paul mentioned, to Baseball SA. We've got Team Australia and, of course, Baseball Australia. But thank you very much for joining us here at West Beach, Dicolour Australia Stadium. Thank you very much to Tony Catt for joining us tonight. Thank you very much to Paul Vanderkoff for joining us tonight, both with some great insights and player insights. And, of course, the amazing team at Space Quake Sports. My name is Jared Hoare. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, enjoy the baseball. There's baseball going on all around the world. And we'll see you soon again at West Beach here in beautiful South Australia. Uru!